be an interesting one, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a lot of like resolving stuff, I feel like.
Definitely. That's definitely what's gonna happen.
Okay. Okay.
Not
so-
suspicious at all.
That sounds like exactly what would be happening.
Oh no.
Absolutely. I think that you're spot on about that, and that there's no way anything else would happen.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I guess I'm just gonna go crazy then.
Guess so. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be a fun one, I think.
Definitely
scared.
interested to see what happens. Also
I'm
nervous.
I'm gonna do something just radical. Just like you just won't be able to prepare for it. We'll just like derail everything.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
Bring it
Okay.
on. You think you can outfox me? Probably. But
Yes. What if I brought like 3 foxes,
you know,
to the game?
I'm the DM. I can create as many foxes as I want.
Hmm.
All of a sudden, in the
Okay.
middle of the ballroom, 100 foxes. Yeah. Did you guys ever? Oh, right. Okay. Trying to remind myself of what happened previously. There's just certain details. Right.
I'm just getting
Cool.
caught up on the general chat.
Don't look in my direction.
That's so funny. Whew.
I'm gonna get my recap music ready. Just the same every single time. I like it. It's very piratey. That
Good.
queued up. I'm ready to roll.
I like your shirt, Liz.
Thanks.
Where is it?
It's
Where is it from?
I don't know where it's from. I got it for my birthday. I think.
Oh.
My birthday. It's Stardew Valley.
Oh my god! Wait, is that Abigail?
Yeah.
And then that's Maru?
It's Abigail, Maru, Kaylee, Emily, Leah, and Penny.
Abigail is my wife.
Oh.
I've never played a playthrough of Stardew Valley and not chosen Abigail.
I've
We
never
have a
not
we have a
chosen Leah.
connection.
It's
She's
you
cute.
have a favorite.
You do
Yeah.
have a favorite. I think it's hard for me to betray my favorite.
I haven't I don't know because I haven't gone that far. So like I'm still playing the fields a little bit between Sebastian, Abigail, and Harvey. So
Interesting choices. I support you,
yeah.
Penny.
Thank
I do think a
you.
lot of people pick Abigail first because she's really easy to like give gifts to. Because you just accumulate like gems and stuff, and it's just super easy to get them. Whereas like some people are like a lot more specific, or like the stuff that they get is much more specific.
I sort of feel that way about Leah because she's like the only person who likes spring onions and like driftwood and a bunch of random stuff that I always have. And I never have anything else
So
that anyone
funny.
else likes. So I'm just like, have some onions. I love you.
Oh my gosh. I I had the same issue with Shane because like I kept feeling weird about giving him beer. I was like, should I be giving you this much?
Oh no, you can't enable him.
I know, right? But he likes it, and so does Pam. So I'm just like, okay.
Quick question for my rules lawyers so that I don't have to look it up. What happens when a familiar is knocked unconscious?
They poof away, and you have to resummon them.
That makes more. Yeah, I think so.
They don't like
Okay.
die.
I don't
but
think
they
they have
don't
death
go
saving
unconscious.
throws.
Yeah, they just poof when they hit 0.
I think they'd only go unconscious if you were specifically doing non-lethal. If you're doing lethal damage, like they're done. I assume.
It could also be like a poison.
It says when the familiar drops to 0 hit points, it disappears and reappears after you cast the spell again.
Got it.
So someone would have to recast their spell.
Interesting. Okay, just wanted to.
Don't worry.
All right,
don't worry.
everyone-
It's not going to come into
Truly,
play.
it's not
It's
relevant,
gonna-
but
It's not relevant at all. I was just
there
curious.
is a
Different
question
game.
I would have for this, and I don't know if this is a rules lawyer thing or just like a specific thing, but Suma's familiar is real.
I was wondering that.
If you
Actually-
snap the neck of the bat,
But like,
Say
is it dead?
it's like
yeah.
because it's a magical creature. I'm trying to think.
Do you have like is it
Um,
like a backup system, like restore?
I was wondering too, like,
I'm
if
pretty
it, because
sure-
I like have found familiar, I was wondering if like that sort of like imbues him with
Yeah,
a
I
backup
want to
file.
say it's kind of like a covenant
Yeah.
of magic that has been made between you and Bella. And
Mhm.
so, for all intents and purposes, he acts as your familiar, and all the same rules apply. I think it would be hard to kind of rule
Mhm.
for those logistics. Also, I don't want Bella to die, so
He's too sweet.
he's a very sweet little bat boy. All right, we all set. Apologies for the delay. All righty, recordings all running and whatnot. Just wanted to check to make sure. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I hope. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Let's get started. All right, everybody. We're gonna cut back in. Last week, our heroes, our adventurers, accomplished the tall task of defeating a dragon in a dungeon. So really, the campaign's over. That was the whole point.
Ooh.
That's really it. But I think in keeping with popular demand, we're gonna keep playing anyway, even though the main crux of the thing has been
Yeah.
concluded. After defeating that dragon, they had found it. They had found all these like bones of like halflings like, scattered about, of where Duke Kalen, for whatever reason, was like murdering them by burning them. These like charred skeletons scattered about the dragon's lair. They had found like a hoard of gold coins and taken the bounty for themselves. They had found an item, which after Suma had cast the detect magic on it, was identified as the Helm of Ares. For those who were not there when I gave the description of this item, the Helm of Ares is one of what are called the Zodiac artifacts. You now have two in your possession, being that the earring, the Gemini earrings, are also in your possession. While wearing the Helm of Ares, the wearer cannot fall below 1 hit point. The wearer may not move in any direction that is not toward an enemy. The wearer has advantage on all melee attacks. However, it may only be worn for 3 rounds, and after taking it off, the wearer suffers 2 levels of exhaustion.
Yo, that's sick.
So hopefully, that'll probably be fine-tuned if we feel like it's too strong or too weak. But that is, what I
Yeah.
have in mind for it right now. A little trade-off of like, hey, if you had to fight right after that, you're gonna
Is
have
it
to have
attunable?
2 levels of exhaustion.
Do you attune to it, or is it just does that?
It just does that.
I had written down last time, and I don't know if it's okay if it's changed, but I'd written down it takes a bonus action to activate for the 3 rounds.
Yeah, like it takes a bonus action to put it on.
Oh, to
Yeah.
And you said
Could you
what kind
could
of
you like be wearing it and then like use a bonus action to like activate it?
Basically, once you put it on, its effects
Mhm.
kick in immediately. So
I
you would not want to have it on before you're
Okay.
actually in battle.
Are you
Ah.
positive you don't want to make it a two-man? Because that is very strong side two-man. It's
I think that it will be fun, but we will
Two
find
exhaustion
out.
is pretty tough. I will say
two
two
levels
exhaustion
is
is
a
pretty bad.
lot.
But it's also for 3. We'll see. But
Yes.
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
I guess
This
it's
is one of
also
those like
it's hard to attune to it when you're putting it on to activate it. I guess. So yeah.
cool.
By the way, you
there's
said what kind of artifact it was? Like
Zodiac artifact.
Zodiac.
Hence
We have two
Aries.
so far.
And the earrings are Zodiac artifact?
Yes, they are the Gemini earrings.
Okay, did not know that. That's cool.
Yeah, nobody cast detect magic on the earrings. Everyone was just like,
Oh.
let's trial and error it, and then you
But
guys found out
A-Rock,
how it
come
works
on!
through trial and error.
Come on, dude!
My bad.
Get on the ball!
I'll do it next time.
Cool. You guys are in the Dragon Slayer still. Suzanne and Alok, you both are stabilized and are able to, eventually get up. Ostensibly, the ball is still happening in the ballroom, wherein Aramis is there. Valere went somewhere chased by some guards. The Duke is in the ballroom as well. You know that Dirk Stormfist is wandering in the woods somewhere. Who knows if he's figured out
Yeah.
what actually happened. He's not the brightest. So a combination of fog cloud and thaumaturgy kind of waylaid him for the time being. Quick question. So you just spared the dying on Alok and Suzanne. No cure wounds or anything.
Are
You're
you
muted.
muted?
Oh. I don't think so.
Just checking in. Cool. So then your girl is gonna wake up with 1 HP. Can you guys see Suzanne the number, or can you just see like the
Just the
bar?
bar.
I see
Not
the
the number, just the bar.
Just the bar. Cool. Awesome. Great. So you guys are in the Dragon Slayer. You kind of go out the other door and you open. You come into this where it seems Duke Kalen did most of his like secretive work in his office, like kind of beyond. In the middle of which is like this ladder that leads up through a trap door into his personal quarters in the manor. You raided his chest full of jewels. And kind of snagged all that loot. As a well-deserved reward. You guys are here, you're chilling in his office. Is there anything you want to look through or look for or investigate while you're here? You also have the aquarium now safely tucked away in Galet's ring space. Ring dimension.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, is there anything you want to do while you're here?
Alok would
I'd
want to
like
look around
to,
the office. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'd like to help Alok with that.
Those of you who would like to roll investigation for me.
Are you helping, or are you?
I figure we could each roll once.
Okay, an
Nice.
18, a 16. So very high rolls. You guys plunder this man's private sanctum. You guys, you find on an 18, you find a small false compartment in one of his desks, and there's a little diary in there. And flipping through it, there is a log. There are only 15 entries. 25 entries in this diary, and they're all dated about a year apart. Around the same time of year too, kind of like every single year, and it's like different. It's like a name of a girl, and like a description, and followed. It'll be like guards picked her up outside of the middle ring, or taken from the stockade in the Storm King's castle. All of them, you assume, would be like these halflings that were slain inside of the dungeon. And reading through what happens in through his diary, you learn that the Duke, when he disappears, during these balls, that is when he like goes with these prisoners that he's taking captive, and you can see certain notes of like this one has her shade of hair but not her wit, that kind of thing, where it seems that the Duke was attempting to find a surrogate of some sorts for his lost wife, and invariably at the bottom of each entry it says another failure. I had the dragon burn her. Periodically, it's not a list of 25 girls. Periodically, there will be years where it would seem that the format is broken, and it's just like it will be like the name of the captain of the Duke's Guard and be like failed to deliver this year. For this failure, he was burned. And so it seems that every year around the same time, he attempts to do this thing. And when there is none for him to be able to do, because, it's not like there's always halflings around to kidnap and then, forced to be part of this twisted game, he would punish the captain of his guard for their failure to do so. So Sumo, you find that. You are able to quickly, it's just 25 entries. You get the gist after the first couple if there's a repeating pattern here. Alok, on that 16, you find a series of documents. You find the initial kind of like the log of Duke Kaelin's dealings with Aramis. It's something along the lines of like, the Storm King requires of me to find an Emperor Frog, unsure of the possibility of such a thing occurring. We'll have to inquire about who might have the ability to procure such a creature. And like a couple like entries down, it says reached out to Estelle of the Ring. She was unwilling to make this journey, claimed it would be impossible. And a little further down, approached today by a tiefling named Aramis. Large bounty on his head, which leads me to believe that he may be able to get the job done. Has promised so and so and so. However, he demands the jewel in exchange. And later on, it's like Aramis has failed to deliver. Unsure what to do next. So you kind of get like the kind of the timeline of that Ophi, the taking of Ophi, the kidnapping of Ophi, was done under the Storm King's bidding, which I think was slightly implied by what Dirk said to both Ruby and the Duke about wanting the crown and whatnot, referring to the Emperor Frog. However, given that Dirk is here as a sort of enforcer, you can tell the Storm King is upset that Ophi has not been delivered to him, and that the Duke is not happy with Aramis for failing in his mission.
I'll take the diary with me.
All right, take it with you.
And I'll take the notes, yeah.
Cool.
Well, that's
cool.
a signed confession. So, I mean, like, legally, he's gonna go away, right? And, like, legally, this. But then again, you're in the king's lab, but he's upset with him. Oh, this is bad. We should probably really check in on them with Aramis and all that. That Aramis might be able to screw some things up, depending on how brash he feels. And I make Tim and Tom go on both sides of my shoulders and go invisible.
You got it, boss. They invisible on your shoulders, which is the designated familiar parking space, apparently. Cool. So you guys are still downstairs in this office. Is there anything you guys want to do while you're in here before you go back up?
There doesn't seem like there's much we could. Aside from everything we've taken from him, does he have anything else just like lying about, like silverware?
Silverware.
Yeah,
Make a perception check.
I know silverware can go for a pretty penny. Let's see.
A
Eat
6.
by hand? Does he eat by hand?
It seems like he's pretty dutiful about when he eats down here, takes it back up, or has a servant take it back up for him.
Wow.
Very
And
impressive.
you guys, and Suma and Alok, you didn't find anything about like why he had a dragon?
Well, he
Apparently
liked magical
not.
creatures. And
Well,
he's quite a magical
okay.
creature.
Yeah.
I don't know how he got it. It's up to you.
But a dragon?
Anybody can make another investigation check, specifically for maybe a that kind of information.
Yeah, just
Sure.
like dragon?
Okay.
Dragon?
On that, Gallet is very, very curious about this, and so Suma and Alok, you guys have not particularly been looking for that information, but you guys kind of like take another gander about these documents. There is another short. It's more like a single scroll that seems to be listing like almost like on the door where you can see your kids, like where their heights are increasing on the door frame over time. It's like a log of this dragon's growth, and you can see it goes all the way back to an egg. This was an egg that was damaged at first. He had procured it and raised it, or managed to raise it somehow from like when it was an egg. But obviously the dragon did not grow to its full size. It did not grow to its full capabilities. It was not complete as a creature due to the way that it was raised and the environment it grew up in.
Did he blame himself in any of the notes? Or is it lower like, oh, unfortunate, I'll get another one?
It's pretty scientific. It's pretty like to the point. It's very like sterile the way that he writes about the dragon. It's very matter of fact, like wingspan around this much today. Eating voraciously if fed raw meat from this specific breed of cow. Perhaps, native to its homeland or something like that.
How do you learn to fly, like underground?
I imagine by moving his wings.
Yeah, I mean, like that was, I don't like. It's probably that dragon's been alive for a good amount of years. You're stuck in one location your whole life. You're gonna try everything your body can basically do at that point.
Yeah, the way I see it, I don't know what the official lore is, but to me, it's like how when like baby horses are born, or like deer, like they're born and immediately they can walk. It's kind of like an instinctive thing, where I feel like while it would not be as agile or as skilled at flying, it can still get up in the air. Although it didn't fly for very long, you guys killed it pretty fast. So you don't know how long it would have lasted in the air.
Does anyone when they Ruby, you came in here this way. Were there guards at the door? Or were there guards at the door? We did start talking in a not hushed voice, and I assume if they were near the door, they would have heard us by now.
Last I saw, they were preoccupied by Valaire. She had stormed out of here carrying something in like a black pouch.
Like a gem, you'd guess.
Like
perhaps.
Maybe the jewel that Aramis was after.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone, let's be stealthy about this. Walk out of the door, then just walk like we're supposed to be here.
Okay. So you guys, sorry, did I interrupt you?
Is Suzanne still wearing his wife's clothing? Like,
yes, she is. It is singed,
Okay.
however.
That's fine, right? He won't it's fine.
Wait,
Hey,
wait,
look.
wait, wait. Before we go, this guy probably has a good suit. Can I steal a good suit?
Sure. So you guys ascend up the
Okay.
trapdoor into his actual personal quarters where his things are, right? Like where like his closets would be. Sure. You guys, climb all the way up. Kind of the heat of like the inside of the dragon's lair where it had been living kind of dissipates as you climb up. It's well into the nighttime now, and when you get back up to the Duke's personal quarters, it feels cold. Go ahead and make a perception check to see if you can find a nice snazzy suit to snag.
Hey, Suma, you're like
Mhm.
a sun person and stuff. Do you have any aloe on you by chance? I
No.
am
No,
burning
no
Dress.
suits.
and it
Dress,
itches.
dress. Ooh, dress.
Nope. I have nope. Anything
That's
I
fine.
have is on the ship.
He's like
I did
walking
not
around
bring my
stiff.
first aid kit. I should bring one with me, but I did not.
Cool. So you guys
By the
I
are.
mean, I
you
could
guys...
do healing. I could do healing words on you if you wanted.
I
What
mean,
are
it's
you
really
guys
just
at?
it's just the itch
Right.
that's bothering me.
Also, well, I do have this, and I'll sort of slip from my bosom healing potion that I've tucked in there. But I was saving it in case of dire need, which you actually do look pretty burned right now.
I mean,
But it could also get someone up if this night turns
Give him the helm.
bad.
I think.
Just give him the helm.
Oh well.
That's true.
He's
You
already at
can have
one.
it if you want.
You can save the potion for when maybe the
I
burns.
also
Aylock, can you just
Much.
hold on to the helm just in case?
What does it do again? I'm sorry. Do we have like a thing to read? It's a lot.
Yeah. Let me.
It's the fasting bonus action to activate. What you can't be turned lower than 1 HP for 3 turns. After that, and you also have advantage on all attacks after those 3
Melee.
turns.
melee.
Oh, on melee attacks. After those 3 turns, 2 levels of exhaustion and it's done.
Yeah, that
So-
2 levels kind of suck, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's 3 rounds of being really good. But like, for us right now, 3 rounds of you not dying.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but I kind of plan on staying in the back. Maybe just shooting.
Also, a
Well, it's
second
an
thing.
option. It's an option. You don't
I'll
have
hold
to.
on to it. Okay.
Yeah.
You cannot take movement in any direction that is not toward an enemy.
That too.
Yeah. So it's just a thematic thing. It's very much like, Ares is a ram. It's basically charge forward, ignoring everything in a very straight line, impulsive, directly towards the enemy. It's too stubborn to die. That's kind of what it is. Like if thematically speaking, if that helps.
Hmm.
Say
Seems more like
so.
a tourist thing.
Just hold it, you know.
Hey, Suzanne. Got this really cool helmet.
That literally is not like super my style. I mean,
That's
like
fair.
these clothes aren't really actually honestly they're kind of cute. They're a little burnt now, but like they're kind of cute. Like whoever his wife was, I don't think I remember her name, but like she kind of had style. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, not really.
So,
It's not.
Alok, do you want to hold the hat or shall I hold it? Oh God,
I
passed out
am
real quick.
fine either way.
They might
Mind
just please
holding
put it on
to it.
him.
I actually was wondering if I might find some use out of it since I
Okay.
seem to be diving into the melee quite a bit.
Yeah, I feel like that would make sense, and I'll hand it over.
Suma, could you at least give him the health potion then?
Yes, if I
I
am
could
keeping the
also-
hat, you can have the health potion, Ayla.
I have this raindrop from Procella. If you drink it, I don't know what'll happen to you, but you could try it. I'm sure it'll be helpful.
You want rainwater?
It's special rainwater.
Yeah, nobody really knows what it does.
It does not. It's a rainwater guy. I understand lots of weird things have been happening, but come on.
But it is like Oh, never mind. It's still in the flask, actually. Yeah, it like poured itself into a flask. Yeah, you're not sure what
It's gonna
that
do
does.
something.
Just so
All
everyone
right, well-
sees, this is where I'm putting the potion. I show them which bag I'm putting it in.
Yeah.
If I go down, just take it out and.
Tom
making sure
says
it's-
invisibly, "Gotcha, boss."
Oh shit!
Um,
Jesus.
Cool. So we're not doing anything with the
Tempest.
raindrop potion, raindrop water thing.
Potion. Come on, Gina.
I mean,
It's not a
Alok
potion,
is
it's
too
water.
chicken to try it, so
Oh, that I don't. Okay, well, we never.
Okay.
Can we like?
Cool.
Can Suma do like his little cool magic stuff? Suma, I mean, you can.
I have which magic stuff?
The one that like
oh,
figures
you mean
things
I
out.
should identify it? Oh,
Yeah, that
maybe.
one.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means, but
that
yeah.
would make sense. Sorry, it's been a night. I will identify the raindrop.
long
Guys,
night.
I'm telling you, it's not magic. It's just water.
You
Okay, this from the guy who says everything is scurvy.
you cast
I've
identify.
been right 100% of the times, I think.
Sima, so you go ahead and you hold the flask in your hands and you do like your what was it, like mathematical equations like floating around your head?
Yeah, like circles and stuff.
Yeah, circles and like complex geometric patterns. And as you hold this in your hand, you come to acknowledge that this is water blessed by a pure divine magic. And that when fed to somebody, it acts as one cast of the spell Revivify. However, it doesn't replenish itself. It's just one and done.
Well, don't use this right now, but very helpful if we get into serious trouble.
I hope we don't have to use it at any point, but
Good to know.
I would like
Told
to
you it wasn't regular water.
I would like to insight check Suma to see if she's messing with me.
Oh my god.
I'm very cryptic.
I'll take you at your words, man.
Fuma is so fucking cool.
Every time I fail insight there, I'm just like, you're so cool. The way the light
Why
hit your
are they?
face there. It's always they're always the coolest guy.
I'm very shiny. That's true.
Oh no, your brow makeup's coming off actually.
Or oh no.
Shiny and definitely not in any emotional conflict with actions that were taken earlier tonight.
Absolutely not.
Nah.
Cool. So you guys are gonna try and stealth. You guys are gonna want to leave the room like kind of in stealth.
Yeah,
I
mean,
definitely
like,
do.
yeah.
Cool. Everyone roll stealth for me.
All right. Let's see. Stealth. My rolls are good tonight.
Dang.
Alok and Suma. And Ruby does not have disadvantage because she is not wearing.
Oh,
clothes.
should I roll also stealth for my
Oh
boys?
right.
I have my
Stealth for
boys
who?
on me.
I think they're invisible.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what?
up to you.
Sure. Give me two rolls of advantage.
Yeah. Let's see. Their stealth is a +5.
Insane.
So the first
Okay.
guy is a
They're
25
literally
natural.
in.
Wow.
They don't even. They're so invisible. They barely exist. And as you are checking in on your familiars, you realize that though you are now in the manor proper above ground, you can't feel the presence of Feels.
Guys,
What's up?
I think Fields is dead or chasing him.
What did you tell her to do?
I gave her strict orders to keep an eye on him no matter what.
On Aramis?
Yeah, so if Aramis is not here,
He's got his magic eye.
Yeah.
Wonder if he saw her.
By the way, the temperature just dropped 20 degrees. You guys feel that?
Well, I think that's just because it was
Oh, that was
really
weird.
hot down.
That
Also,
feels
everything
right.
feels really hot to me right now, so I don't know
Yeah.
if I noticed.
Does it I have a question. If we like listen, like in the hallway, does it sound like there's still a party going on downstairs, or is it like weirdly quiet?
It's weirdly quiet right now.
Oh, what are you talking about? You guys hear the piano and violin?
There's no more fancy ballroom music playing,
Can
at least
I-
from
I
the
Can I
hear,
like
fancy
touch a
hear
wall
some
to see if the
music,
wall's
though.
cold?
The wall is freezing.
It's what?
You guys are
It's
freezing?
freezing?
Pretty silent. It's freezing.
I'm putting my arms up against it and just rolling around.
Okay.
Getting all my exposed skin onto it.
It is deeply refreshing, but also unnerving simultaneously.
I send the bravest one, Tommy, to scout ahead.
Sure. Where are you guys heading?
Back to the ballroom?
You guys are going back to the
I think
ballroom,
we're
so
still behind doors, though, right? Like as of now.
you guys, I would say, you guys, rolled those stealth checks. Gallet, you're kind of like actively a little bit freaking out about,
Yeah.
not being able to feel feels. So you're not being super stealthy. However, it doesn't seem to matter because it doesn't seem as if there's anybody around to really hear you. You guys are like, like stealthily tiptoeing down the staircase that like kind of goes from the Duke's quarters down to like the main floor. You guys head over towards like the main entrance of the ballroom, and you kind of like wait, and you send one of your familiars to scout ahead. As the familiar does that, I want you guys to make a perception check for me.
With the familiar?
Roll one for your familiar and then one for yourself.
Okay, the first one will be for my familiar. Let's see. No perception bonuses, I believe. Unless Devil's Sight comes into it, but I don't think it does.
I'm too busy pushing my arms against the wall as we walk.
All right, that's for my imp. Pretty strong. Okay. All right, but this time Gallet's gonna get it.
You hear from your imp, boss. It's kind of dark in here. It's kind of weird. I somebody turn all the lights out. I think
you have dark vision. What are you on about?
No, it's. Oh wait, what are those things?
Can I see through his eyes?
Yes. So I'm gonna apply your perception roll to you looking through his eyes. You look through the imp's eyes, and you see the ballroom in a state of complete chaos. It is as if a hurricane began at the middle of the dance floor and like blasted all the tables and like chairs like to the far back of the walls. You see unconscious bodies of the Duke's guard and just regular partygoers alike, kind of like on the back, like kind of like slumped over by the walls, as if in one like big burst. Everything from the middle out was knocked aside, and it's pitch dark in here. However, there is one source of light. It is a floating ball of what appears to be solid red mist, which is bathing the ballroom in a red glow. And as it does, you see the hulking frames of 4 skeletons around it.
Are they just looking at it? Like the ball? Or are they looking at the people around them?
They seem to be with that 15, there seems to be a weird like tether from the ball to these skeletons, as if their presence is sanctioned by this thing being in the middle of the room, and they don't seem to be able to travel too far away from it. You see, like as you are watching, you see the skeletons kind of like lumber towards like the unconscious bodies that are at the outskirts of the ballroom, but unable to fully get to them. And so they're kind of like pacing haphazardly around the room, as if there was someone here for some reason, but they don't know what that reason is anymore. With that being said, those of you who rolled a regular perception check, like from like outside, I will say Ruby and Suma, you guys see uh, a fallen black wig, and like kind of like on the path, as if leading out to the ballroom and then going towards the front door, as if someone who was wearing a short cropped black wig had dropped it or discarded it on their way out. As well, you see, Ruby, you see a shattered glass of what may have been water, but is now red water.
It's fruit punch.
Hey guys, the ballroom's not looking good. Looks like a tornado came through here, and now there's the red wraith skeletons around an orb. Seems to be tethering them. We should go.
Should we
Maybe,
take care of the skeletons or just try to get past them?
maybe we can, if we can maybe take out that orb.
Does the orb seem
Hey.
physical or like, like a magical?
I would say
Energy.
you would not be able to tell from outside. Gallet, you can make an Arcana check while looking through the eyes of your familiar.
Oh, don't worry, man. I won't. I know magic. When I say what's magic and what's not magic, that's not magic. Alok, I am as positive as I was with the rainwater. That thing is purely mechanical.
Perfect, and I can shoot it if we're okay
Yeah.
with that.
Oh yeah, no. Actually, I think Tom. Maybe I could just tell Tom to grab it.
Okay.
All right, but first let's all get in positions. If that doesn't work out, Plan B. All right, so let's sneak up forward. Go near, like, I assume there's there's an upper wall that then looks into the ballroom from above.
Yeah, is there like a balcony?
I'm gonna say yes. Because that's cool.
All right, everyone get ready. Tom,
I
try to pull that thing up.
You see, Tom, you got it, boss. Are you still looking through his eyes as he's doing this? Or are you controlling him as he does this? Or are you just telling him and zooming back out?
I'm gonna just be with him. Why not?
Okay. You see Tom, and Tom is pretty invisible at the moment. I think
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna say Tom was the one that rolled the nat 20. He's a whisper. Invisible. He kind of zooms in towards kind of like these things are like grumbling about. It reaches towards the mist, and when it touches it, Tom vanishes.
Hmm.
Did it work? Did he get it?
Can you see through his eyes?
Tom's gone.
He is like kind of like he himself is dissipated or dispelled in some way. You are back in your own senses.
Okay, so I was able to tell it was dispelled and dissipated, not new dimension.
Not due to dimension. He wasn't sucked in somewhere, but touching this thing and Tom were so incompatible in terms of like magic that like touching it poofed him off.
Is it, now that I'm in the room, can I tell if it looks like an item or if it looks like a sort of phenomenon? Like, can you do
Make
an
an Arcana
Arcana
check.
check or something?
Yeah, absolutely.
You can go off of what Gallic said.
I could. I could.
14. On a 14, this looks like an entity of pure magic. You could almost call it a curse.
Mm. From that, could I tell whether, like, if we did weapon damage to it, would that even matter, or would it just pass through?
With that 14, you can tell that this thing cannot be harmed by any type of like piercing. Physical damage will not harm this thing, but some kind of magical damage probably would.
Okay.
You get the sense that like at some point in this ballroom, in the time between when Ruby and Suzanne left to go down into to go up into the Duke's quarters, when Aramis and the Duke were like having that weird like showdown that I think only Ruby and Suzanne kind of caught the beginning of. The requirements for a curse were activated, and this is the result of it.
Among the unconscious people, do we see anyone you'd recognize, like
Make a perception
Duke
check.
or?
Mm.
Ooh.
14.
So many 14s.
Only Ruby, or
Sure. Take a shot.
If Ruby mentions something about looking,
Dang, Suma.
Ruby, you spot the Duke's unconscious body, kind of like laying. He seems to be completely out cold. Suma, you glance around and you spot him almost immediately. Aaron Kalin is off in one corner of the ballroom, and there seems to be something sticking out of him.
Oof.
Shit. That sucks.
Was Aaron the nice one?
Yes.
Yes.
wait, is he
maybe
he's
only-
unconscious?
Maybe the only one.
He seems to be alive, as if
Okay.
Oh.
as if when he was flung back, like he landed on like debris and it kind of like went through his leg, like his thigh.
Okay.
And he seems to be kept conscious by the pain of this thing happening to him. And you see he's like dragged himself to be as far pressed up against the wall as possible.
Is sorry, one more setting question. Is it like when we were on the ship and we fought the Red Wraith, everyone else like fainted? Is this like that, or is everyone like dead because they got hurt?
I would say that this would not be something that you could tell from this distance.
You guys ready?
Should we shoot?
Is Valere or Aramis there?
Nope.
Okay.
I think
They're
that looks like Valera's wig, doesn't it? Didn't she have
Yes.
short dark hair?
I think so. Yeah.
We need to start doing something. I'm a little bit worried about the people. Everyone ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go.
Run around! Fire at the orb!
You guys are gonna jump down or just like start shooting from like
I'm
the
shooting
balcony
from
that you're
here.
at?
How far is
okay.
the
I
balcony
want-
from them?
That is true. I guess
3,
we do
4,
need
5,
to know
6,
that.
7, 8, 40 feet. So I'm actually gonna transition you over to this map which was made before there was a balcony
Thank
here,
you.
but there's gonna be a balcony now. So you guys are here. This is the ballroom. It's kind of like an ellipse. This is like where you guys are at now is kind of the front entrance of it. I'm going to say that from the Duke's quarters would be in the one wing of the house, and there would be a balcony overlooking it in. I'm gonna start moving people over in this direction. Like the balcony would be up here, if that makes sense. And you guys
Are there,
feel free.
Are there stairs that go down, or is it just straight up a balcony over everything?
It seems to be just a balcony over everything.
All right, everyone. Hope they don't have AOE.
Should I heal anybody first before we?
It's up to you, girl.
I think you heal
I
us
could-
after we go down. Unless you want to heal Suzanne, that's up to you.
Nah, let it cook. You only have low. You're low on spells, right?
Okay, that feels
I
like
have one level 1 spell slot left. and
Oh
then I
yeah,
have-
yes,
You used
yeah.
3. Oh,
I,
wow. Okay, yeah.
But I still have 3 level 2 slots.
3?
So
Because then let's we might kill them before they even Suzanne, we've
Okay.
already taken these like people like these guys. Just this time maybe be a bit more safe than usual, huh?
Okay. I feel really offended, but I don't feel like now is the time to argue, so you will be getting an earful, like
Yeah,
later.
we definitely don't
Uh-huh.
have time. We have someone bleeding out over there. Let's check these out.
Sorry.
Take the shot. All right. Let's have everybody roll initiative.
Let's see.
Let me pull up the turn order.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh no, we lost fifth.
If you have time, do you like? I don't know. Is everyone else hearing the music like weird? Is it like staticky for you guys?
It sometimes does that just Discord connection.
Yeah,
Right now, for me, it's fine.
but like everyone else
Yeah,
has been
mine sounds
fine.
okay.
I was gonna. It's good right now. If it acts up again, disconnect you and reconnect. You might fix it. But it's good now.
I'm gonna have all of these guys go on the same turn, so they'll all be going on that 12 count. And I'll roll for Suzanne.
Assume we're not getting a surprise round.
What happened to my initiative? I'm at the same spot, so.
Alrighty, everybody. I'm gonna say, with the fact that you guys had a full like discussion and like looking around at stuff, when you like as you stood on the balcony overlooking this site, I would say no surprise.
They saw Gallet. They saw Gallet.
It's all Gallant for sure, at least with that 7 stealth from earlier. Yeah. Ruby, that is you first. With that nat 20 initiative roll. Cool. Sacred Flame on one of these guys.
Yeah, since it worked well the first time.
Okay. I'm just gonna pick
Yeah.
one of them at random. A nat 1. Is a nat 1 deck save. So I'm gonna say that's 8 damage. This guy. And you guys can see the bars, okay?
Oh, they all got hurt. That's
You have them all
Wait.
linked. If you make the bar their HP, they're all gonna be linked together. So you have to make it just the number and not linked to a statistic.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
you're telling me I didn't do damage to all 4 of them?
Oh, wasn't a fireball?
That was
She
my-
said fireball. She said fireball.
Sacred fireball, right?
You
Yeah.
know, it's a kind of flame. You know what I mean? It's just a
Classic
little more
cleric.
radiant, that's all. Okay, thank you for that. I did
Those
not
clerics,
know that
man.
was gonna happen. Cool. That one, like kind of closest to you, fails to save and takes 8 damage. Is there anything you'd like to do with your movement? You can make it down. So from the balcony, there are tables that are kind of stacked like down below it, in such a way that I would require a DC 12 acrobatics roll in order to be able to like safely jump down. Kind of using the table as like a step, like jump onto the table and jump back down onto the ground.
Okay. I'm gonna try that then.
Cool, go for it.
And I'll add guidance too if it's too low. Oh! So,
Yeah.
it's not gonna help.
You jump down. It's not too far from the ground. The table, like between you and the table, like so you make it onto the table, but you will take 1d6 damage.
Knocked out. Oh god.
Cool. I will say.
You looking okay? How bad are you looking? Not good.
That hurt more than I thought it would.
Heal
Yeah.
yourself.
I will say jumping down and getting back up would take half your movement, so you still have the other half if you need to. I no longer have a thing for Aaron. So we are going to put him. He's on the other side of the room. So I'm just gonna draw kind of like a circle where he is. But yeah. Is that everything you want to do with your movement, or do you want to move further?
Can I hide behind something? Is there something?
I would say
really
you are currently behind cover, like behind kind of like a bunch of tables.
Okay, I'll just do that for now.
Chino, did you draw the circle on the gem layer? Because we can't see it.
No. Give me a second. Yeah, I think it's just a really bad color.
Oh,
So
maybe it
change
was.
it.
I just saw it for a second.
There.
There
White
he
circle
is.
is gonna be Aaron. Cool. These guys are going to move. They can't get too far forward. But they are gonna move slightly this way. And then up their turns, they cannot currently reach any of you. Now we'll say you guys are not like all up on the balcony, like in the same kind of like horizontal row. Nobody's like really like into the thick of it yet. Cool. That'll be Suzanne's turn. Suzanne turns to all of you. She says, "Okay, what do you guys want me to do? Do you want me to like aim at that like glowy thing?"
Physical attacks won't hurt it, so unless you have magic, you should aim for the skeletons.
Oh God, magic stuff is so bullshit.
Hit the one she just hit.
I'm just gonna. Okay. Okay, sounds good.
You can hear Gallic grumble in the background. It's mechanical.
Suzanne takes her crossbow out. This is still gonna be called short bow because I never changed the name. But oh, she does not have advantage. So
Was she hidden?
misses. No. She fires. Fuck. Misses, and then she is going to also try and do. She recognizes that she needs to get down there. Okay, sorry about that. She's also gonna make an acrobatics check to get down.
Did I assist her?
No,
Like,
she's good.
catch her?
She's good.
Okay.
You see, she like does like a front flip over the balcony, lands perfectly onto the table. The burnt tatters
Okay.
of the dress she's wearing kind of like whooshing around her. She looks over at you, Ruby, and she says, "At least like try to keep up."
Well,
And
okay, I
she's
healed you, so I take partial credit for what you just did.
and she looks up at Alok, and she says, "Can you toss me? You have like that healing thing, right?
Yeah.
I can maybe get to him, or do you want to do that?"
I can try tossing it to you.
Sure.
Just break it. Just shatter.
The healing potion. I'm trying to think of how to. I'm gonna say make like as if you were making an attack roll with Dex.
So want me to make a dex check or with proficiency?
Yeah, like a dexterity check. I will say. You know what? Sleight of hand. Sleight of hand. That feels fair to me.
Oh.
You right in the pocket. You quarterback it. It spirals through the air, and she immediately. Okay. Good toss. And she is going to bonus action dash. Let's see how far she can get.
A bit.
Yeah, pretty far. She's gonna dash all the way this way. With 1 HP. Cool. That is Suzanne's turn. Suma, your move.
Alrighty. I'm wondering if well, Well, first things first. Starting this up. And then, if I can, I would like to flip over the side of the balcony to a space that is not next to a skeleton, please.
Absolutely. Make that acrobatics check with advantage. A 13 is gonna do it. I think they said DC 12, right? Yeah, 13 is gonna do it.
A question.
Yes.
I don't know if you described it before, Zima, but what happens when your blade song? Is it your song of the blade? Like, are you singing at us?
I'm not singing. I imagine it's actually more like what he does is dancing. So it like has special like forms of movement that like maybe form a somatic sort of component shape almost. I was thinking about this a lot this week. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm gonna flip over. I'm gonna zoop. And then did that cost any extra?
No,
movement?
I will say that.
Okay.
I'm gonna give that to you, so you can take
It'll
your
just
full
be the
movement.
regular.
Yeah.
Sweet. I'm gonna. Oh, man. I don't want to be down here. What the hell am I doing? This
You
is
got
crazy.
the ram. You gotta go in, girl.
I know. Okay, so I'm gonna get ready
Get set.
for next time. I actually have an action which I will use to fire bolt like it's ever worked at the red dot. So
Roll the hit.
Hey,
That's gonna hit.
Not bad.
3 damage.
Yeah.
You fire. You hit it dead on. It like it flickers slightly, and you can see the tethers on the skeletons also flicker. And almost, it seems like the tether got weaker.
Although,
I
is that
do not know if that's a good thing.
Then they can just like go wherever they want. But
make another Arcana check for me. As you got kind of like interacting, your magic is interactive with it. Make another Arcana check just for free. I'm taking that on that left roll. On that 21 Arcana check, you ascertain Gallet earlier gave you that book, Curses and How to Break Them.
Yes,
I believe.
I did want to tell you I was reading it, but we never got the chance.
Yeah. You can tell. You kind of like glance at this thing, and you can kind of like suss out what it means or what it's doing. As long as that orb is there, these skeletons are tethered. However, as long as that orb is there, these skeletons cannot die.
Oh, that's bad.
So we might need to weaken them first.
Kill that orb, please. Although if I start the ram and they can't die, then we'll just be going at each other forever and ever in a big circle until the 3 rounds are up. Okay, well, that's all my things. So I'm hanging out here.
Cool. Gallet, your move.
All right, question. Did Suma yell any of this information out?
Yes.
Okay.
As long as, basically, the most important information I would convey is as long as the orb remains, the skeletons won't die, so.
Okay, I stop aiming at it. All right, and I move back into the shadows. Like I'm on the balcony, so I move back so I'm out of view of the skeletons. And I like pop on the ground like I'm beginning to run, and I cast Silent Image of me running, jumping, and Iron Man diving right into the middle of them with like a come hither, like fight me.
Got it.
And I'm on the ground on the balcony now.
Cool. I'm gonna roll 4 of these. Okay.
Wow.
Nice!
Yeah, this
What
is
are the-
coolest.
What are the odds of that? Okay, these things are like turn, and they believe fully that that thing is you.
And if I can, I don't know how much control I have within turns, but if they go for an attack, instead of breaking the illusion that it's not real, I'll try to control it to dodge. Don't know how that works.
You have to use your action to move it.
Okay.
So I don't think that you can use a reaction to move it.
Okay. Just gotcha.
Yeah. I would say that casting it in such a way that it looks like it jumped down, that can be one action, but I think moving it after that will cost an action. I don't think I ruled it that way the first time you did this, because I thought it'd be funnier, but I think that is actually how it's supposed to work.
Okay.
Yes, but you have a bonus action if you're able to take it, and your movement if you want to take that as well.
I'm pretty sure I literally have nothing. Duh. See, right now, I'm looking deep inside Tim's psyche, and he lost his brother. He can't have this.
He is weeping hysterically,
Yeah.
mentally. He's distressed.
So he's gonna fly on down, still invisible. And, man, these guys aren't good against skeletons, but he's gonna go after anyways. Bonus action, he's gonna try to basically swipe Sting.
Cool. Roll the hit.
Okay. And it's a +5 to hit. 19.
That's gonna hit. Roll damage.
Okay, so 1d4 plus 3, and I'm assuming because they're skeletons, no poisons.
No poison.
Yo!
6, a good chunk of damage. This thing finds like a bit of like flesh that is still clinging to the skeleton, like on its side, and carves into it.
Oh
for
wait,
6
hold
damage.
on. Just making sure it's not a natural 20, because he was invisible. He would have advantage.
Oh,
But
yeah.
he's out of invisibility. Okay. End of turn.
Cool. All right, that's you. Gallet, you're done. Alok, it's your turn.
Yeah. Okay. Am I still hidden from when we snuck up here, or do they know that I'm here?
They kind of saw you guys, like all, because you guys like hung around and like there was like words exchanged as you were surveying the scene. You didn't like kind of burst in and started moving. So I will say that they're actually, well, they're all kind of looking at Gallet's thing right now.
So advantage or no advantage?
I'm gonna say yeah, advantage.
No. Okay. I'll take a shot at this one. Here.
Cool.
I'll
Hit.
try to.
25. Okay. Roll that damage. Freaking. Okay, that's 12 damage. Crossbow bolt comes out. This thing like kind of carves into, like breaks a couple of its ribs as it like passes through, dealing 12 damage.
Now,
I guess I can kind of.
with my little thing, Whales of the Grave, where I can, attack something else with like the ghost or whatever, could I target the orb with that? It says creatures, so I'm leaving it up to you. I don't know if this thing's technically a creature.
I will say that it's technically more like a structure or like an object, than a living creature.
Okay. In which case, I will not do that. So I will bonus action hide. Oh, is there anything to hide on the balcony? Is there like?
I mean, you can hide behind the other people that are there.
There's no tables up here, or like chairs.
No, doesn't seem to be.
Okay. Is there like a wall I can hide behind then, like to the balcony? I can duck behind that.
Actually, you can like go behind the door where you were before, like kind of like the door that leads into this balcony. You can hide behind it.
All right, I will attempt.
So you're kind of like outside of the field of battle at the moment. I will say though that you could technically. I don't think that skeletons actually have immunity to necrotic damage.
Yeah, but I imagine they'd have resistance or something.
Yeah,
I'm just not gonna.
So you could still, Okay, sounds good. Cool. I believe Ruby, that is back up to you. You were
Are
standing
they-
up on the bottom floor. These skeletons seem to be treating Gallant's sound image as if it is real.
Are they undead?
Yes.
Okay, can I use this?
Channel Divinity?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Forgot I had this.
How far that reaches? That should reach all of them, right? Yep, that reaches all of them.
Yeah.
Cool. So, okay, I'm gonna roll 4 separate wisdom saving throws. I believe
13 for me.
13. So one of them does pass, one of them doesn't. Cool. So 2 of these guys pass, and then 2 of them are repelled. These the undamaged ones are going to be affected. The ones in the front are going to be unaffected. So they're going to stay there where they are. The other 2 will use their turns to move away from you.
One's further away will move away.
On their turn.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Just clarifying. Okay. Okay. So perhaps we should just not hit those 2 then, because like it'll last until they take damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm gonna do Sacred Flame on one, like the higher one.
I believe the Channel Divinity takes an action to use.
Okay.
Yes, as an Channel Divinity is an action, so you can use a spell that takes a bonus action. So you get, a healing word, if you like.
Okay. Okay, Jack. Okay. Should I do Suzanne or should I do Alok? Or I should do myself.
These are the questions.
Okay. I'm gonna give it to Suzanne.
Wow. Okay.
Because she's going for somebody and like I feel like I have faith in her that she's gonna do stuff. But I just worry because she has like 1 HP. So
Okay, go for it.
yeah.
It makes sense. I'm hiding.
Yeah,
they
Alok
can't-
is hiding.
Cool.
I'm trying to be safe, so yeah, it's fine.
And then isn't it plus
Plus your wisdom, I believe.
spellcasting ability modifier? Yeah, so plus
Plus
3.
Cool. So that Suzanne is. What's the word? What is the healing word that you say to her?
It's 1 word.
Or a sentence. What do you say to her? What does this sound like when Ruby casts healing word? What does it sound like?
Watch out.
Thanks, I guess. I mean, I was like already gonna do that, but like, it's a good reminder. I feel better. As she like pokes her head out from up behind the table. Cool. So that do you want to take any of your movement anywhere or no?
I'll stay here.
Cool. Stay put. It is now the skeleton's turn. This first most damaged one is going to take a swing at that the silent image, which I don't think has an armor class. So I think as long as it doesn't roll a nat 1, it's gonna like cleave through the nothingness that is there and realize that it is nothingness. Yeah, it swipes through it. The silent image dissipates. These other 2 skeletons take a bonus action dodge. Bonus action dash away from Ruby. So it can't go too far. Can't go too far away. So this one goes all the way over here. This one goes all the way over there. And this final one looks up at you, Ruby. And it is going to throw its sword at you. As a 13 hit your armor class, as you are unarmored currently. Okay.
Does.
Okay. So it's gonna be 1d6 plus 3. So on a 4 or higher, you do go unconscious. Ruby, you are down for the first time in the entire campaign.
Wow.
Oh. Oh.
The skeleton hurls the sword at you, and it kind of looks at its hands. It kind of like doesn't know what else to do now that it's unarmed. But it does grin with a toothy bear grin of satisfaction as you hit the floor. Cool. It is now Suzanne's turn. Suzanne watches you go down, and she like peers up. She goes, "Oh hell no!" It takes another loads up another crossbow bolt, and it's gonna fire before dashing over towards Aaron. A 19 is going to hit. Do 7 damage. Oh, actually, plus sneak attack.
Let's go, Tim.
I believe it's a
What?
it's a D10 for the crossbow.
Oh, D10. Honestly, might be more. We're gonna stick with 7 then. Minus 7. Boom, boom. Bolt fired into that skeleton's back. The head just downed Ruby. Suzanne is now gonna take the rest of her. She's gonna bonus action dash over to where Aaron is, and she will be able to feed him the health potion as soon as it's her turn again. Okay, Suma, that is your move.
Oh, you dopey. There sure is a lot going on there. And oh god, okay. I'm running up to here, and I'm going to cast Burning Hands on the orb.
Oh yeah. Excellent. This thing can't make dexterity saving throws. It stays still, so you do the full 3d6. 12 damage. Oh, you blast this thing to smithereens. The fire surrounds it, and like the mist that was like kind of like pouring out of this thing, that like weird gaseous blood like evaporates into the air. And you see the tethers of the skeletons break. These things are no longer unkillable. They will go down now. However, they are no longer limited in what they can do.
Cool. And then I will oh gosh.
As well, the carpet that was like laid out over this part of the dance floor comes aflame.
Great, love that for me.
You
Yeah.
go fight we get and something catches on
So
fire.
so this circle in the middle of the room is just a sphere of flame.
Yeah. Oh, that is a square.
Cool.
Okay. That's fine. It's pretty clear where it is. Okay.
I'm just gonna do this to see what happens. Might regret it later, but I'm gonna use my bonus action to activate the helm.
You lift it up.
I'm gonna look at it, and I felt a presence in it before that like wanted me to put on and be like, Aries, please don't fuck me over. I have important things to do right now.
You hear a voice in your head. You're not gonna regret this one. You feel like your entire body like tense up. Like you almost feel yourself like hulk out. Like you've been described as a pretty like not the most muscular dude ever. The strength score is not super high, but you feel yourself tense up and you feel anger inside of your heart. These things, one way or another, were responsible for your new friend Aaron being impaled and injured for who knows how long and to what severity. You feel like a fire in your heart, and you want to kill things. And you feel as you're holding your sword in your hand that you are extremely well equipped to do so. Cool. I would say the round of activation does not kind of count as one of the rounds. Like you'd actually be, yeah.
Sounds good. And then that was only 15 feet of movement, so I'll use the rest of my movement to, let's see, I would have 25 left. So I'm gonna not go there. That's okay.
Cool. Dash over. That is your turn. Gallet, your move.
Okay, question.
Yes.
So where is Ruby? Is she on the thing, or is she? I thought she jumped off of it. Is she underneath
Yeah.
the balcony?
I would say she's more like kind of right here.
Okay. Well, I'm the captain. I have responsibilities, and I'll use my reaction to bamf places with her so she's safe on the balcony.
Oh, you instant transmission. She comes back up onto the balcony. You are now down below. No acrobatics roll necessary.
So then that was the last time we could use it, right?
For today.
So, like at least us two. Yeah.
Our charges. We have 2 charges. They are both used. Okay,
Yes.
and I tell Tim to back me up over here. It doesn't trigger attack of opportunity because it's still within his sphere. I run over here, get my 2 daggers out, remember the ship, and go for the pommel for each strike. So
Roll the hit.
stab. That's the first one. 18 hit.
And 18 hits.
First damage does 7.
7 damage.
And then if it's still up, stab part 2.
Oh, that hits for sure.
Oh.
Okay, don't crit. And I do.
So you do 11 damage. This thing looks supremely fucked up. It is nearly dead. This thing.
It attacks him too.
Go down.
Oh wait, I can't. Never mind. Take that back. I can't. I just remembered. No, I can't. I forgot that doing the 2 stabs with the daggers, that takes up my bonus action.
Ah, true.
I'm fine with that. That's the end of my turn.
Cool. Alok, it's your move.
Okay. Did I hear Ruby fall down? Or did I hear her teleport up?
You definitely see the wisp.
I was
smoke.
like,
you know what it sounds like.
I was prone right by you. I assume you should probably be able to tell the difference.
Yeah,
So,
I'm sure you would have heard Gal be like, "I'm the captain," and like, switch places.
I believe I am stealthy right now, so I'm
You're
gonna
definitely stealthy. Right
army crawl over to her and put my hand on her shoulder and say, "Ruby, we could really use your help right now," and I'm gonna give her 4 points of healing. I'm gonna army crawl back over behind the door and hide. Just stay hidden.
Ruby, you are healed for 4 points.
how would you use that?
Something
my turn.
wash over you, and you come back up. Still prone, you will need to use half your movement to get up. However, you are up.
Oh. I didn't know we had another healer in the party.
Kind of. Take care of everybody else, please. And I'm gonna hide behind the door, scared. This is looking bad.
Okay. Bonus action hide.
Do I have to roll stealth again? I try to keep mine still.
Yeah, you're good. You're probably definitely still hidden. Cool. That's you, Alok. Ruby, you are back up in time to take your turn.
Yay!
Raring to go.
Thanks, guys. How did I end up here? Okay. I don't know, but this was great. if they hit me and then I went down, and now I'm back, I can't take my reaction much later, right?
You reaction to do what exactly?
Like to do Wrath of the Storm.
No, because you went down.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
say because you went down.
They also have to be within 5 feet, I think, right?
Yeah, and he threw.
Okay. That's true. Okay.
Wait, who threw the sword?
The one that you haven't killed yet. The one that you weren't hitting is the one that threw the sword.
That guy?
This guy.
Wait, so does that mean he's swordless?
He is swordless.
All
He's
right.
unarmed. And these other two are currently turned undead, so they are not attacking whatsoever.
I was wondering if that would have dropped when Ruby went unconscious. I don't know if it says.
Nothing really says that.
Yeah. I was looking for it too, and I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't say like, concentration or
It
anything.
says
It just...
for 1 minute or until it takes damage. I don't think it matters after that.
Oh, oops.
Yeah. So I think you're
changed
still
what
good.
I did, but that's okay.
Cool. Ruby, what do you do with your move?
I will do Sacred Flame on the guy who threw his sword at me.
All right. Okay. That is going to save.
I just throw this out there as a reminder. I don't know if she's used her 5 yet. I don't know if you want to use it for this particular, but I just remembered throwing that out there.
Yeah, you do still have your 5, Suma.
Wait, I think I missed. Was it for the deck save for the Sacred Flame?
Yeah. You don't have to use it. I think you
Oh,
just
You
remind
don't
to
have
it.
to. But
I
just
think
letting
I'm
you know.
gonna save. I think I'm saving it.
Yeah, save it for like an attack.
Excellent. Okay. Cool. These guys are untethered now. So this one, let's see what it's. Interesting.
He can
Okay.
get flanking on me if he wants.
He definitely can. And you know what? Because you said that.
Yeah. No.
He is going to. Boom. This one comes up behind you.
Does your thing have a reaction?
I don't know if your familiar has a reaction to take an opportunity attack.
Familiar can't really take opportunity attacks, period.
Oh.
These guys, well, one of them is just gonna claw at you. The disarmed one is just gonna like use its claws to swipe at you. 0 strength modifier, so I'm not sure what your AC is. That's not gonna hit.
Well, don't
advantage.
advantage. Come on, you can get me. You can. It's gonna hit me in the back of the head.
Is a 14 gonna hit you?
Yeah.
Cool. That's 2 damage, and the other one still has a sword.
My noggin.
It's not gonna hit.
Nope.
Is that gonna hit?
No. Oof.
Okay. So it's
touching and
just the 2
leaving.
damage from the claws and nothing from the other guy. These two, I believe, actually have to keep moving away. They go towards.
Are they leashed?
Not anymore.
Oh yeah.
And,
Suma destroyed.
Yeah, it's still
the
red.
orb.
Let me give myself a little reminder. There we go.
Sure,
No, that's not what I'm going for.
Would I get an opportunity attack on that one that was past me?
Absolutely, if you like.
I would like to. Oh, you know what? I forgot how. Roll 20 mark. And I can do this. Haha.
That hits.
At
100%
advantage, so
that
we'll
hits.
see. Okay. So 24 and blip.
10 damage. You lash out as it like scurries away from Ruby, even though Ruby was knocked unconscious. You slice at it, and then it turns and finally sees both you, Suzanne, and Aaron as it is takes damage, is whipped out of its condition of having to run away. But that is 10 damage to it. Oh, silver. Oh, I think we're good. Cool.
And I would like to be just flavorfully like egging it towards me and away from them. Like
Yeah,
I'm the one that hurt you, like come
absolutely.
after me.
You like it looks over to you and it sees you, this like drow woman in a dress, but like it sees like around you like this massive set of horns and like this like almost like flaming aura, and it like barely looks at Suzanne. It eyes you directly. Cool. You may take your movement towards it or towards the other enemies, but in no other direction.
But it's not my turn.
Oh, you're right. That was your reaction.
That was my
Just kidding.
reaction.
Forgot. Okay, go. Excellent. That's the skeletons. I'm gonna say that it used its turn to move and no longer has its action. So it's gonna be Suzanne's turn. Suzanne is going to feed Aaron the potion. Give it to Aaron. And then like Suzanne is like, okay, just hold still. You're gonna be okay. And then pulls like the chunk of like a chair, like a table leg, out of his thigh.
Yikes.
Who are you? And then Suzanne's like, shut the fuck up and drink this, and forces it down his throat. And like you see like the blood like stop flowing from his leg, the wound closes, and it's just like a ripped like dress pants with his bare skin underneath. He says, "You saved me, but who?" And then he turns and then finally sees you, Elisa, wearing a helmet. And he says, "I'm very confused, but I don't believe I've ever been so attracted to somebody in my entire life." And Suzanne's like, okay, this is weird.
Sorry, Suzanne.
I'm going to like bonus action disengage in like another direction. So Suzanne disengages and moves out this way, kind of just like out of the way of those skeletons. And that is Suzanne's turn. Suma, it's now you.
Okay.
This is turn one.
Yeah. To Aaron, I just say, glad to see you're all right. I'll move aside. I'll step in front of him to make sure that the skelly doesn't try to hurt him. And I will bonus action cast Shadow Blade. 10.
Hell yeah.
And with my action I will attack the skeleton. Twice. Or not twice, but with advantage.
With advantage. Oh my god. You hit 100%. Slash out your blade of darkness. The max damage on that one. 11 damage. Nothing else added to it?
No, it just says 2d8 psychic.
Cool.
It has the finesse, light, and isn't one of those properties adding dex? Am I crazy?
No, I think finesse means you can use dex instead of strength if it would normally be, but I don't think it's like a damage thing.
Cool.
Oh,
You lash out at this thing. It takes 11 damage. Looking pretty decently fucked up now. I don't know if you can see that, but it is below half health. Cool. Suma, you have taken a stand right in front of Aaron. And Aaron's like, "What's happening? Where did you learn how to fight like this?"
A long story. I'll tell you when I see you.
Okay, understood. And you see he like climbs underneath the table. Cool. Suma, that is you. Gallet is now your move.
Okay. Sorry, I was looking up. If we're to go by Jeremy Crawford, it is adding dex or strength if you want. For my turn, I mean, I'll have my boy Tim make an attack. 21?
A 21 hits. On the one that's lower or the one that's higher?
The one of these right by.
Okay, absolutely. 21 hits, roll damage.
Gotta always be switching between things. D4 plus 3. Hit!
4. You have Tim lash out at the skeleton and down the very first one. It collapses in a clatter of bones. However, similar to the first
No,
time you
Oh.
fought these things,
no.
the rest of them
Get more powerful.
seem to grow in strength.
I bring my knife to the other one that's probably bigger behind me now.
Oh, yeah. It's one of these fights. This guy is still chilling in the back, not doing anything. Okay.
I have an action still.
You do have an action still.
Aylock, please kill this thing, and I'm gonna try to attack it with the knife.
Go for it.
Stab. Wait, and I have
Stab.
advantage.
You do have advantage. 16 hits. You stab it directly in the chest for 8 damage. It laughs at you. And there's something about its eyes that make it seem like it's more intelligent now that one of them has gone down.
Oh no. Okay, that's the end of my turn.
That is the end of your turn. No opportunity attacks today. Aylock, your move, buddy.
Yeah, I'll run out from my hiding spot and look over the balcony and just shoot down at it with a bow, trying to help Gallet after hearing his little cry.
Command. Bellowing. Command.
His sobbing for help. Oh shit, it's 15 hit?
15 hits.
Okay.
15 hits. You cock back.
11.
You do so much fucking damage to this thing. 17 damage. Like the crossbow bolt goes like through its skull, and like it like as it turns its like skull back, you can see the bolt like through the eye holes, like crossing both. Like it's wearing like visors, but it's still standing. Anything else with your turn?
I'll hide. I'll try to just... Oh shit. And I'll just duck down and try to creep back towards the door.
Hide again. I will have you roll a stealth again.
Yeah.
This guy's disarmed though, actually. So couldn't reach you if you wanted to. Unless he climbed up there.
You can throw me at
17.
him.
You are... yes. The fastball special.
Yeah.
Okay. Ruby. Your move, girl. You're muted.
I'm going to try to jump down again.
Oh my god.
Wait,
Are
because I
you
can't. Like,
sure about that?
because all I can do at this point is Sacred Flame or Healing
A
Word.
very important guy is within Sacred Flame range.
Okay. Okay then.
Oh, but if you want to make the hilarious move, I'll laugh with you. I'll laugh with you when you fall down.
Okay.
What would Ruby do? What would she do?
She's just feeling really antsy. Okay, how about I'll do Sacred Flame first, and then I'll try to jump.
Go for it.
Go for it.
This will be great. It can't end bad. It can't.
Sacred Flame on this guy over here. He's gonna roll one flat d20 on the save. Nothing added. He has to be
Come on.
13.
Come on.
Let's see.
Yeah.
11.
Nice.
Go ahead and
Hey!
roll damage on this man.
All right, please kill him.
Ah.
Please kill him. Please kill him.
Okay. Oh, wait, is it 1d8?
Yeah.
A 6. On a 6, it like as it cocks its head back from that crossbow bolt from Aylock, it like glowers at Gallet and then looks up, and this like beam of light rains down upon it.
Oh, it's
And
wait.
it-
Never
yeah.
mind.
The flames roasted alive. This guy is gone.
Now the threat
Hey.
only by Suma. Whew.
The
However,
fight's
the
over.
other one in front of Yusuma seems to get even stronger. And this guy in the corner is like at full health plus a bunch and like can't do a goddamn thing about it. Cool. Oh, where did the turn go? Oh, I
Oh, you just
I deleted him. So just GM layered him, but you know, it's a learning experience. But I know where they go. Okay, Ruby, is that all? Are you still gonna jump down?
If I jump down next turn, can I use guidance to help buffer fall?
I believe guidance takes an action to cast.
Yes.
So no, you cannot use guidance since you've
Okay.
cast Secret Flame already.
Oh, I mean, like, so next time, like, could I do both? Like,
Oh yeah.
next
On
round?
your
Yeah.
next turn, you can cast guidance on yourself and then jump down. 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. You're gonna stay put up there.
Does anyone need healing? I think we're good, right?
Yeah, you need healing, girl. You're gonna fall down and hit your face.
Okay, then can I cast healing word on myself?
Yes, you can.
Then I'm gonna do it at
Um,
the second level, so it's gonna be 2d4. Because I only have
Cool. That's 5 plus your wisdom.
Oh yes. Okay, so 8.
Cool. You're rejuvenated. You would have to fall down on your face twice and roll max damage to go down now.
Good guys.
Uh,
I
cool.
got this.
With that being said, I'm assuming that's it for your turn. Excellent. Well done. You're picking out 2 of them already. We're gonna go to the skeleton's turn now. Suma, you watch as this thing bulks up, and it takes its sword. Hasn't got a chance to swing at this entire fight, and swings at you.
Can I
That's gonna
make
do
that
it.
a 5?
You absolutely can. Absolutely, you can.
Yay! Will do.
It swings at you, and like you feel a pulse of light from your pocket, and it like swings like the other way, buries its sword, breaking a table in half, and then like looks over at you like very confused. This other skeleton walks straight into this wall and just like keeps like trying to go towards it.
Oh no, it's like an
Like-
NPC on the
Like
rock
an NPC whose like walk
Yeah.
cycle is broken, just like walking into the
Yeah.
wall. Cool. That's it for that guy's turn. He's not gonna move so as to not provoke any opportunity attacks from you. He's gonna stay put. Suzanne's turn. Suzanne is like, okay, there's like a lot going on right now, but that guy just started swinging at you, so I'm gonna shoot at him. She moves over. She's just gonna fire. Well, I'm gonna roll stealth for her to see if she has an advantage on this one. Better, yeah, she definitely does. Okay. A 14 is going to hit. D10 plus 4. 10 damage. Hits this skeleton for 10. Cool. And that's gonna be her turn. Suma, that is now you.
I'm just gonna try to attack this one with advantage.
Ooh,
Yeah, 20.
that's
Ooh.
huge.
Fuck up his entire day.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm gonna tell you right now, he had exactly 24 health.
Oh my
Oh my
god!
god.
Yes!
You lift up your sword
Exactly
and
lethal.
you feel the helmet like, finish him. You can do it. Finish him. And
That is crazy.
this thing breaks apart in an exaggerated burst of red mist, taking 24 damage in one hit. That is a gigantic crit. And this thing,
That's crazy.
the last one standing, still unharmed, is still walking into this wall. Cool.
Sweet. Well, I'll just sort of step through the red mist and over to this one to prepare for when it's my turn. Actually, I'm going to be here. And then
Cool.
that's it. I think that's enough for now.
You hear Aaron from beneath the table go, "What are you?" No response.
Don't reply at this time.
Gallet, that is now your turn.
Forgot to check in on this. Just means nothing, but still. Okay, yeah, sorry, mate. I'm not there. Okay.
Oh, true.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell Tim to use. He gets Tiny over there, and he's gonna use his action to fly all the way over here. He's out of things he can actually do, but now he has advantage for others. And gonna position myself over here. Look at the skeleton with my my C shot, with my ring, and I'm going to hold my hold my attack to attack at the same time as Sumo will.
Excellent. Awesome. Cool. Gallet, that's you. Alok, it's your move.
Yeah, I'll stand back up and I'll go back to the end of the balcony and I'll see that there's a lot less skeletons. And can I tell that Gallet's holding his attack?
Yeah.
Like, can I see that he's preparing that he's like waiting?
Yeah, you can definitely see that.
I know
He's,
why
like,
he is,
holding
but
his ring
Alok
out.
doesn't.
Make an insight check, sure.
Okay.
If Gallet doesn't say that out loud, make an insight check.
I mean, I think Alok would still follow, but he doesn't know why he's doing it.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know why you're
cool.
taking your time, but fine, and I'll hold. Oh, can I hold an action to shoot and still be stealth, or no? I don't know how that
I
works.
say yeah. I feel like you're lying in wait, right?
Okay,
You actually have not announced your presence. You're just getting ready to shoot like a sniper.
I'm kind of like aiming between the little poles in the balcony. If there's...
Absolutely.
But yeah,
As it
I'll hold
goes
my
there.
action.
Cool. Everybody's holding their action to shoot. This thing's gonna get like 1 billion damage done to it simultaneously. Ruby, it is now your turn.
Okay.
You got this, girl.
I did it once. I watched Suzanne do it, and so
There's a lot of banana in it because we
Okay.
ran out of fruit.
okay.
Just warning you.
Thank you. Sorry. What are these voices I'm hearing? Okay.
Yum.
The earring talking to you.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm going to cast guidance and then try to jump down, and that's acrobatics, right?
Absolutely.
You got
Okay.
this.
Oh.
You definitely get down
Oh
there.
my God.
You're definitely down there.
Wait,
However,
can I pretend I didn't roll guidance? Because it wouldn't have helped anyways. I don't know why I did it.
you know what? I'm gonna give it to you because the image of you face planting. This is on a floor. You like tumble forwards and like you break one of the tables beneath you. You take 5 damage as you get down there.
Oh, what are you doing over there? You good?
Briefly, your concentration is interrupted as Ruby makes her.
Why would you just jump down like that, face first?
I've seen cats do it like that. I don't know.
You pick up
Thought it would be
some
the
kind of
same.
smoothie from one of the guests. What's on the ground? That's crazy. Oh, go on.
Cool. You can still take your movement. You can take half your movement since you will be prone getting back up. If you want to move anywhere.
Then I will move then. I can move.
Half your movement.
Okay. Half my movement.
Yeah.
So that's
Because
12.
after falling down, you'd be prone. So you'd have 15 to move wherever you like.
Okay, so I'll be literally right there.
Awesome. You step over some collapsed party goers as the fight continues. This skeleton still can't do anything, so assume it's Suzanne's. It's Suzanne's turn actually. Suzanne's just gonna fucking fire again because that's what she does best. And she's still stealth. 16 is going to hit. Jeez. Jeez. 15 damage. This guy, the first point of damage, and this thing finally turns its head. Now fully conscious. That turn undead bought you guys a lot of time. Cool. This thing is now aware. Suzanne's like, oh god, then ducks beneath the table again, hiding. Okay, Suma, it's your move.
All right. Here goes nothing.
17 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. And this is still your psychic shadow blade, right?
It is.
Excellent. 9 damage. And then Galad as at the same time, and I believe Alok at the same time. You boom, 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 boom. This thing is like, finally, and then boom, 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 exploded from all sides. So let me see. That's 9 damage. The 13 doesn't hit. But Alok, yours does hit. So that's 29 damage simultaneously to this guy. It's like, holy shit.
Oh no, no.
Oh, sorry, 19, not 20.
Yeah.
19 damage. Cool. Boom, boom, boom. You guys bombard this poor skeleton with as much damage as you can as it comes to. Excellent.
And that is the third round.
That is indeed the third round.
I'm pretty tired after that, I think.
Yeah, as you finally hit him with the shadow blades, the helmet suddenly like feels like so heavy. Like you kind of have to like catch yourself for a moment as this thing is like the horns itself like seem to have like gained mass or density or something. You have to like struggle to take it off. It like clatters to the ground.
Yeah.
And your
I'm like
body
stumbling
is,
into a table, just like clutching it, trying to stay up.
Like so heavy and exhausted, and it's like difficult to like keep standing straight. But you can take your movement to escape now if you would like to.
He's not going anywhere.
All right, not going anywhere. Cool. Gallat, that's your turn because you had read. That was your action from before.
Yeah. So it's my turn again.
Your turn again.
Right. I missed the first time, but I was distracted thanks to Ruby. This is the shot.
Boom. 15 hits. 15 hits. Roll damage. 7 damage to this guy.
A little waterlogged, and then little guy.
Well, that's gonna hit. That's gonna hit. Roll damage.
Yeah.
4 damage. An extra 4. You guys have been wailing at this thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna move 5 feet back. End my turn.
Okay, that's you. Alok, your move.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna do the same thing I've been doing. I'm gonna attack without advantage because I'm not gonna hide. Just gonna take a nice little shot. Wow. We'll take it.
Jeez.
Pretty good
Okay.
Wow, I rolled max on the
17
sneak.
Nice.
damage. Oh, this thing has not gotten a single turn, but it's already like on its last breath.
And oh, I'm scared. I'm
Okay.
scared.
You are scared. Very fair. Ruby, it is now your turn.
You end it, girl.
Okay. I think the only thing I can do that will reach him is either Sacred Flame or Shatter, but I think Shatter would also hurt Suma, so I will do Sacred Flame. Been doing it this whole time, so
All
you know
right.
what?
I'm getting that D20 ready. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, he's at 3 HP. Okay? So if he fails this save, he's almost certainly dead. Is it roll over 13?
Oh, wait.
1. Go ahead and roll damage. As long as you don't roll literally a 1, this guy's dead.
For one.
Okay,
Let's
sorry,
get
should
one.
I have moved first? Because I think it's a little bit.
Yeah, you can move first. I would say
You'd have
to
you,
move
you get
slightly
in
forward.
range. You don't have to move
Yeah.
that far either, so you definitely can get in range.
Yeah, I just need to move like here, and then that should be good. Okay. Okie doke.
You got this. You got this. There's no way you can screw this up. It's guaranteed.
The 1 8 chance.
It's not
It's guaranteed.
1 in 8
guaranteed.
chance. Boom! You. This thing goes. Finally, it's my turn.
Oh no.
Immediately engulfed in flames. The last of these skeletons is dispelled. It is blasted away. As you know, you take care of that last skeleton. It's like bones disintegrating into a fine mist. You guys look around and you realize how quiet it is now. There's a fire burning in the middle of the dance floor. That's a song. The rug on the ballroom is aflame around you guys. It's as if a hurricane, as if a tornado flew around the room. Also a song. The scattered bodies of the party goers seem to, like, some of them seem to be like regaining consciousness slightly, but most of them seem down. The Duke is out cold. The air, which had been so cold before, suddenly returns, like slowly returns back to normal, perhaps aided by the burning fire in the middle of the ballroom. The fireflies come back out of hiding, and instead of being bathed in a red light, the place is now bathed both in the twinkling blue light of the fireflies and the orange of the burning ballroom. Suma, after the helm clatters to the ground, you feel yourself like weak in the knees, like very suddenly. And as you like kind of stumble backwards after that, you feel 2 hands on your back,
I look.
and
It's
you
Tim.
look and you see Aaron, and he's like, "My lady, are you all right?"
Is this how we met? Fitting, no? I'll be fine.
He looks around and he's like, "I don't quite know what is fitting anymore. What happened here?"
I don't know. What did you see when before all this?
Yeah, Gallet, you're trying to put it out.
Fire hydrant C shot just everywhere.
Yeah,
I
in the
think
middle.
it's really used for. Oh,
Ooh. Waterfalls of
Ooh.
rain. Incredible. That's
Nice.
awesome.
while this is happening, the whole thing's going crazy, and then she just walks up, just it's good.
So this is what you see. This is what I'm gonna tell you from the perspective of Suzanne. Suzanne is there, peeking out from behind a table, and like in one corner, Aaron and Suma are like kind of like, relying on each other for support, as they've both been through a lot in the past, like relative short amount of time. like having a serious discussion about what just happened in the background. Gallup's running around like blasting the fire in the middle of the room with the Eldritch Blast, and eventually Ruby, you can walk over and above you guys in the high ceiling of the ballroom, raindrops start falling down, and steam rises up as the fire is extinguished, and a mix of smoke and steam spills out across the ballroom floor. Not quite the elegant mist that had been going across the floor earlier, but still a welcome sight nonetheless.
Kind of reminds me of the Notebook now, because like with Suma.
That's what I was thinking too.
Because he's a drama king. Aaron slowly like guides you both towards closer to the rain so that this can be a more dramatic conversation.
Fine.
And you see Suzanne is like, should I just like point the crossbow at myself, or like, I mean, do I have to witness this? I just feel like Ruby will revive me anyway.
You can go
so,
over there. If
okay, there's
want.
like unconscious people everywhere. Okay, it's kind of spooky. And she's like, I don't know why, but like, whatever this was felt familiar for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Yes, it would.
Immediately after you finish the fight, I'm gonna run up to Duke Kalen and try to tie a rope around his hands behind his back.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna say you tie him up tight, and he does not make a peep. Make a medicine check for me. As you like are examining him, you're like grabbing his hands.
He's actually just dead. Tying up a dead body. Yeah, I'm good at that.
On a 13, this guy is close to death.
Ooh.
He's pretty badly injured.
Is there a way to help him prevent this death? Can I?
Or not.
Is there a way to like bandage him or just keep him from dying?
I would say
I can healing word him if we want to.
You're not wasting a spell slot with this guy. This is just
okay.
You could also Spirit of Dying would do the trick as well. Spirit of Dying would do
there
the
you
trick.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just say,
Walk
worth
over.
it,
Ruby, come over here,
cantrip.
quick. Yeah, can you keep him from dying?
Okay. Once he's already tied up, though, right?
Yeah, he's 100% tied up.
Okay.
He waited.
Well, Spirit of the Dying
before
keeps
you
him
made sure he didn't
unconscious.
die.
Doesn't wake
Yeah,
up.
but he's gonna be unconscious. Yeah.
Okay.
You cast Spare the Dying, and you can see like his labored breathing slows to an even pace. Suzanne walks over to you, Gallet, and she's like, "So, things go kind of like well, like when I come along on missions. I feel, you know what I mean. I kind of feel like,
you
know
know
pretty
what?
useful.
You have really, yeah, you've made a good example of that. And hey, see what I told you about that crossbow?
Honestly, this thing is fucking badass.
It's
it packs punch.
It's worth it. Yeah. Question, Chino. Do I see on the ground the orb, or is that just destroyed?
It was like destroyed.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah, it was like destroyed, ripped apart. Is this dispelled essentially? It was not it existed, in physical space, but was more of a magical construct that was summoned. And it has been destroyed by Suma's magic specifically. Suma, as you and Aaron kind of like lean against each other, Aaron says, "I remember there was a strange man. He had been walking about the party and making small talk with everybody. He even shared a glass of wine with me. I'd been commiserating with him over, well, certain things that took place earlier in the night. And then at some point he started calling out to my father, and you see his eyes wander over to where Ruby and Alok are tying up his dad.
Oh.
And you see his face kind of falls as if like he understands why, but he's not exactly like, you can love someone who is flawed. And he says,
the strange man was joined by another woman, and he took something out of a bag. It was. I don't know how to describe it, but when I looked at it, it looked wrong. And he started asking the Duke, my father, how to get rid of the thing that was on it, how to activate it or something like that. There was something about whatever he was holding that wasn't right, and he was asking the Duke how to fix it. And then they were arguing for a good couple of minutes, and after that, the strange man did something to the stone, and it was like a storm opened up in the middle of the room, and at the eye of that storm was my father and this strange man. Everything else was destroyed, blown apart, smashed into the walls. He
Bless you.
sneezes.
Bless you.
Yeah, I was
The
trying
whole
to get
room.
through that without sneezing. Sorry, I'm allergic to death.
That's rough.
He's
I'm not
deathly
sure.
allergic.
Exactly. Charlie Fenton.
Charlie's Manson back at it. Two
Charlie
big
Fenton.
comedians.
Hey, another zinger.
On for.
Hey.
And he says, I don't much remember what happened after that. I just remember hitting the wall very hard and then coming to an immense pain from my leg. And, well, I don't feel it anymore, but when I looked up, I saw you.
Well, that's certainly food for thought. I think what happened here is tied to some things that my companions and I have been involved in somewhat unwittingly, but I'm not exactly sure what happened. I'm sorry that your father was at the center of it, although, as you may be able to tell, we, in searching for the artifact I told you about, we found some rather incriminating evidence against the Duke about certain deeds he's done that I don't know about you, but we cannot stand by idly. What do you feel about that? I know he's your savior in some ways, but would you have him see justice?
He bows his head and he says, sometimes men like my father are given the ability to do great things, and they choose the wrong things to do with them. He will be put to death, and not in a pleasant way. I imagine that the Storm King will deal with him personally, and that is never a pretty sight. However, no matter what he's done, he's still my father. I don't think anything can really erase that. I don't know that love, nor guilt, nor grief really follows the rules of logic. I don't know that
No,
pain is
never.
orderly, or that love is neat. And he looks over, and Duke Kalen has now been stabilized by the hands of Ruby. And he says, I don't know if I'm ready to be royalty. What a mess I will inherit, he says as he looks around at the destroyed ballroom.
You know, something that I learned long ago from where I was visiting is that when a wildfire rages through the forest, it actually helps something better to grow where the ashes were left.
I quite like that. I'm hoping there's some truth to it. Perhaps you were my wildfire. Though I do hope that there is more left of me after all this is over with than ashes.
There will be. I can tell.
He groans as he tries to stand, and then he, sets about checking in on like the different party goers that are like kind of laid out. Ruby, you go around, you cast Spare the Dying on everybody as much as possible. And Gallet, you are like probably overseeing all this as it's happening, and you feel something like your hip, and you turn and you see Suzanne with like her arms behind her back. She says, "So, I got like, I'm gonna say 150."
Captain just gets 10%. So after this, we can split that.
Understood. And she says, "A lot of them are like in pearls and stuff, and like some
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
rings. We're gonna need a fence, maybe, or just
Oh
someone who doesn't
yeah.
really. Yeah.
I assume you know how to get there.
Oh, come on. I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
we have
come
a
on.
fence in every port. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
I'm a professional, obviously. And then you see she
Eh.
turns away. She's like, "Oh, I gotta find the fence."
I spend also during this time where he's been more silent, he's been just like trying to like mentally deduce like if I was Aramis, where would I go? What would I take? And I'll send Tim out and just try to make a perimeter around the whole estate, and just let me know if he notices there's any specific carts that have disappeared, basically, or have been taken.
Cool. You
And for some
see
reason, just letting you know, with the familiars that are created with the
Block of Familiars.
block of familiars spell, let's see. They, for some reason, they are within 1 mile. I can communicate with them.
Oh, incredible. You reach out. Immediately, Tim hits you back up. Boss, they
Boss.
took the carriage.
All right. We'll be there
The
soon.
fancy one with the flappy wings that like you guys took over here.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Actually,
Only
immediately,
15?
I tell Tim, all right, how long has this flock of familiars actually been up?
You summoned it right before the fight with the dragon. Maybe I want to say 40 minutes has passed.
Jesus. Oof. Yeah.
Because you guys took some time like
Yeah.
gathering all the loot in there and then rooting around the Duke's office and getting back up here and having this fight. So I want to say 40 minutes.
How far away is the ship from here? Like pretty far away, is there?
Pretty far away. I
If
want to
we are
say like
assuming if by flight.
by flight. I want to say a good like 4 or 5 miles.
And how long would that take my friend Tim to make?
I want to say
like I obviously I'm not the smartest individual, so you can give me a weird ballpark.
okay. So he needs to fly 5 miles in 20 minutes, which would be 15 miles per hour. I don't know that they can fly that fast.
He has a 40 flight, yeah. So if 40 feet ain't gonna cut it, yeah. Or 80 feet a turn, technically.
Yeah.
Not gonna cut
You know
it, that's
what?
fine. That's
Yeah,
fine.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
No,
You could,
it's
yeah.
extremely fine.
Yeah.
That sucks.
You could probably get close. You could definitely get close enough to see the ship and check to see if it's still there.
Well, I don't get the information. Well, no, it's multiple miles away. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to. I would have sent him there to warn the crew just in case, but he's not going to make it to warn them, so that's fine.
Cool. Alrighty. Cool. Alok, while you're there, is there anything that you wanted to do?
Yeah, I want to. Can I tell what brought him to the brink of death? Is there like visible physical wounds that was killing him?
You had rolled that 13 medical check. Um, Unlike the others, the Duke was not buffeted by this enormous hurricane. Per what Aaron said, and I'm just gonna say, like, it's an echoey ballroom and nobody else is making any sound. It's everyone's unconscious. You hear what Aaron said. He was not, blown back by the wind.
Oh, okay.
You look down and you do see a stab wound in his stomach.
Cool. Okay. Ruby, you're
So,
like you're very strong. Can you like carry him?
I can try.
I can help you if
Mm,
you'd like.
yeah, that'd be helpful.
Okay.
Okay. I roll a
Go
strength
ahead and roll
check.
strength. Yeah. Strength check. With advantage.
Help you, yeah.
Okay.
As Alok helps you out.
I'll just grab his ankles here and
Cool. Yeah, you lift them up. Alok, you're like holding like Ruby. You have him like in a fireman's carry, and Alok, you're holding like one of his feet.
with a finger.
uh, cool. I want to say, do you guys? What do you guys want to do? Do you guys stick around in this room until everybody gets back up? Do you guys want to be here like in the aftermath, or do you want to skedaddle?
Gallet will walk up to Suma and say, "Hey, I'm sorry. I know you're having a thing here, but
Go
they
ahead.
did take our carriage, Aramis and Valere, I believe, and I know you're better at this stuff than me. Can you check the tracks or get a general idea of which direction they were heading? I'm a bit scared they're headed for the boat. That's all."
Well, I'm not very good at tracking, but I do have Bella, who can perhaps take a look and follow where the carriage is. The carriage like on a set track, or
The
can it go
carriage.
like off the rails?
The carriage can go off the rails, as evidence
Oh,
is when
okay.
you guys actually took the carriage down into the city to
Okay.
get that wagon which you used to transport the dead bodies of all the.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, what the hell? I'll go outside. I don't really want to be in here when all the people wake up anyway.
Yeah, we should probably be getting out for sure.
And yeah, I'll take a look at to see if I can find anything left behind by the carriage, and hopefully Bella can help me with, flying eyes.
As you make a move to leave, Gallet, you walk up to kind of that scene that's happening. Aaron grabs your hand, Suma, and he says, "I understand you have to go. I will make sure that everybody here is. I'll figure something out to tell them.
Yeah.
Freak accidents of the wind are not exactly the most difficult thing to explain here in Pilstrom, so perhaps I will be able to, well, you speak so much about my ability to charm people, hopefully it'll come in handy here."
Well, thank you for dealing with all of this, and take care of yourself tonight, and we'll check in tomorrow.
Right. They are my people now, I suppose. I was named heir, officially. Are we still on for our date? What you said the last time I saw you.
I'll be there.
All right. I wish you the best of luck. And then he leans down, kisses the top of your hand, and then waves goodbye to all of you, and then begins to start waking people up. Cool. So you guys all go outside and try to track down where the carriage went.
Oh, is he gonna take care of the Duke problem too, or are we gonna take care of that?
Well, yeah,
I
I
assume
wonder,
we're
are we
taking the Duke
taking...
with us.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
assuming that you're gonna take the
Yeah.
Duke and like turn him in or do something with
Yeah,
the Duke.
that's what I thought
So
too.
he's more like, I understand he's gonna be out of the picture and I'm gonna be the Duke now. I want to take the responsibility and like take care of the mess here as like my first kind of test as I guess the new Duke killing.
This was his long con. He's the evil one.
Ah!
As you walk away, you hear.
Oh my god. Can you imagine?
They
Oh, what
actually
ominous
both
laughter.
that. Just kidding. No, he's a good boy. Tempting.
We know.
Cool. I guess make an investigation check.
Can
Those
I
of you
aid
who are
her?
trying to... Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna aid you. I'm like, see, like it looks like it's gonna be curving there.
A nat 20. On a nat 20 investigation check, this carriage was not taken back into the city. It was taken in a completely different direction.
Question.
Yes.
I assume she would have a map, or Suma knows of the map. I also know that the village that Valair and company are from are near Palestrom. Is it in that direction?
I'm gonna say Suma on a nat 20.
Mm.
You could surmise that may be where they headed to.
The Village of the Wind.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Actually, this is unrelated, but I was wondering, given my history of traveling around to elf villages, would I have been to the Village of the Wind? Is that narratively possible?
You would know of it. You would know
Okay.
of it for sure, but they have a reputation for being extremely insular and not welcoming to outsiders. They're very much like, we are a well-kept, not a well-kept secret, but like we're like kind of a private, because most wind cloaks that are born there.
Mm.
So they're kind of like, we are a very special community. We have to
It's a
protect
gated
ourselves because
community.
people. Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
it's
oh,
gated
no.
just by wind.
Okay, yes.
Yeah,
so
but I would
I'll
say
just be like talking aloud as I'm investigating and saying that's
absolutely.
probably.
We got an in at least.
Alok,
Mhm.
on your 18 investigation, you find the discarded remnants of the black bag that was holding that jewel. And as you kind of look through it, you see that there is like a weird residue that was left over of like weird red, like congealed liquid that you can surmise was like clinging to that jewel, but now it isn't anymore.
I'll take the bag. Pocket it.
Cool. Excellent. So I'm gonna say you guys head back to the ship, or you guys are gonna try to follow them right now.
I think we head back.
Yeah, we're pretty beat up.
We've
and we
still
need
got a
something.
Duke to deal with also.
Yeah, we brought him to the Village of the Wind.
Would you
I mean,
guys
we
like
could just drop him off at, Shield headquarters and then just wrap him up with the evidence that we found.
Suzanne can be the one to drop them off since we are still technically wanted. Suzanne, if you just drop him off with all the information we have.
Would she
that
be
should
wanted
enough.
herself if Aramis was wanted and she's part of his crew, or was?
Well, the thing is with wanted captains, it's usually to the captain and maybe the first mate. It's because they have the picture.
Okay.
They have the. Wait, the real question is, Suzanne, are you wanted?
I mean, like,
Criminally.
he doesn't want me.
Are you criminally wanted here?
Sometimes I feel like people want me so much it should be criminal. You know what I mean? Like it's overwhelming.
Wow.
Like I feel crowded.
Yeah.
You're really running on a high right now, aren't you, Suzanne? Having a fun
I
time.
got a lot of kill shots today. And
You did kill a dragon.
I killed a dragon today, okay?
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't happen every day
made
or
some
really
good
even every
moolah.
lifetime to most people. I did a front flip. Did anybody see me do a front flip over the table? I know some people can't relate or anything, but
Okay. So
I
You
was
did a
busy
front
hiding.
flip. That is really hard to do, alright? That takes a lot of courage.
I was wearing a dress, okay? Like
Oh yeah, and Suzanne
there's
did
an
not.
armor. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it got caught on the railing. I saw it. Yeah.
Okay, fair, I guess. No, I don't think that I'm actually like legitimately wanted like in a
Okay.
criminal like legal
Oh.
sense
Then you
anywhere.
can
At least I
head
don't
up to
think
the
that.
shield.
You want me to just? I can't lift this guy by myself.
Can you drag him? Wait. The way we get back, we don't have the carriage anymore. So would we take a normal carriage, correct? Like a normal actual horse carriage?
Steal one.
Didn't they have multiple of the magic ones?
Yeah. They did. However, they were all kind of like clones of the original.
So do they all leave when one leaves?
It's more
Well,
like
we need the key, right? Or the
you would easily have one of the
Cover.
keys. It's just it's no longer there. You're just gonna have to walk this guy back.
Okay, let's start. They have no horses on this estate.
They'd probably. Okay, yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check.
All right, and I'll send Tim out to give me advantage because he can fly from above. They have 0 horses here.
I'm gonna say it does take you a while because eventually you would stumble upon where the actual stables are. Yeah. I want to say go ahead and have everybody roll animal handling to see
Can
how
I
well.
Can I use a persuasion check because I can straight up speak with them?
You know what? Hell yeah.
All right. Hey man, we're doing some pretty big stuff right now. We're sort of
So
part of the shield.
So Ruby,
big
I think
stuff.
you stand behind it like this, and then you
Oh
smack
no!
it. Oh my bad.
Gallet, you are good to go on one of these horses. You're gonna have to find some way to get like Ruby and Alok with you. Suma, would
wait,
you
wait.
like to try and ride a horse?
Would I? Absolutely. What must I do?
Animals love
Um,
elves.
Is it an animal handling or?
Oh, you know what? I forgot something, but that's a-okay.
Uh-oh.
Are you sure?
I forgot something.
We do like a.
They're called nightmare horses for a reason.
I want to say, okay, I'm gonna walk this back. Suma, you were not the one that discovered that. Alok, you figure out where they're headed based on the map. And Suma, you're the one that finds the bag on an 11 because you actually have disadvantage on all ability checks.
Oh,
currently.
right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, I'm about to make her roll an ability check. I didn't remember.
That's super fair.
Dang, sorry, I forgot.
Right.
Yeah.
New item.
And you're slow.
Yeah, and your movement speed is halved.
Oh, yeah, I am, huh?
Is it halved? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's halved. Yeah.
It is halved. But yeah, go ahead and roll animal handling at disadvantage to see if you can tame one of these horses.
Okay.
Oh man,
Okay.
you're likable.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
I'm just so fucking tired. I just draped myself over the back of the horse. I'm like, take me away.
Hey, you never know. Does she have proficiency in animal handling?
Alright, so all 5 of us plus Duke Kalen are gonna get on the back of one horse.
0.
Oh wait, this is not advantage. This is actually a 0.
Oh, that's a
Wait,
0.
I rolled a nat 1 and a
Yep.
nat 20 on the
Yep.
same
Nice.
time.
Dang.
And neither of them
I've
look like
never
that.
done that. Yeah. Suzanne also. Suzanne and Ruby are hated by these horses. Well, for some reason.
Question, Gino.
Yeah.
Just for jokes. Don't care if it actually
Oh.
means anything afterwards, because I assume Tim's about to pop out. Just for jokes, can I see if he's more likable than everyone else?
100% yes.
Sick. All right, let me see what he.
What, a little devil?
Oh,
There's a little
yeah,
devil.
Yeah, he's it's a wisdom, right? So it'd be a +1. No, it's not.
7. These horses do not
They
give
are
a
really-
fuck about
yeah.
you guys whatsoever.
I'm just on my one
however,
horse.
Gallet, you do have a horse. The other one's like very much very stubborn and not listening to the rest of you. I will say Alok, you could probably be on one. An 11's not that low. This nat 20 really bugs me. Cool. I'm gonna say Suma and Ruby and Suzanne.
I do guidance though.
The guidance on your nat one? Oh yeah, let's talk about it. Guidance on your nat one?
It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It's okay. Suzanne, you can put the body on here.
Okay, cool. You guys help shove Duke Kalen onto one of the horses. Gallop, you can just gallop him down. To
Yeah,
shove
gallop,
headquarters.
gallop.
Cool. Are you just gonna leave him there? Is that all you're gonna do? You're just gonna like dump him there and be like,
Actually, wait, we're all in disguise, aren't we? Or
Mhm.
most of us are.
Well, I don't know how good they are after the dragon's fire, but
Oh yeah, no, I'm Charlie Fenton that's been horribly burned.
yeah.
But I'm still Charlie Fenton.
And also it rained.
it also rained.
Yeah. So we were looking rough.
Alright, let's start heading back. I'm tired. I'm gonna be
Okay.
honest. This was a big day.
Gallet, I'm gonna say you can go ahead on the fastest horse and take Duke Killen's body down there. Is there anything? Are you gonna put like any explanation as to why he's there,
Oh,
or
yeah,
he's just
yeah.
gonna wake up there?
Yeah, no, I'll definitely I'll bring it to the headquarters of the Shield people, and I'll ask for the ones that we actually talked to. I believe it's, let's see, not Nico, Sierra. I'll ask for Sierra.
Sure. It's like nighttime. But you see, you knock on there. Do you happen to have message?
Nah, I'm with Warlock.
Cool. You just knock on there. And eventually, somebody opens the door. It's like somebody you don't recognize. And you see it says, "For the last time, a rejection means a rejection." And he looks up and sees that it's not someone who is. He seems to be looking downwards as if someone much shorter. He was expecting someone much shorter to be at the door. But he looks up.
Mhm.
Hey, buddy, my eyes are up here. God.
Oh, right, sorry.
Charlie Fenton, 2-bit comedian who's caught a criminal.
Oh, okay. A criminal? Can I see, what did they do? Are they on a wanted list or
I
something?
would like to talk to Sierra if possible. I have previous dealings with her. She'll know what I'm about.
Sierra. Okay, sure. You see he walks back and you hear some arguing like, "What do you mean? I don't know any comedians." And eventually she goes, "Oh, okay. I understand who this must be." Eventually you see Sierra walk up, lean against the door. She says, "This is quite a disguise."
Yeah, it's me, Suma. Couldn't tell, right?
Oh, really? Really? Incredible.
Yeah, great. We were over at the manor. Very nice ball. Things went really bad, really quickly. The wanted pirate Aramis was there, caused a lot of hubbub, hurt lots of people, including the Duke Kalen. And also, we discovered the Duke Kalen was murdering many Haveling women, signed here in this journal by his own hand, by a red dragon which had to be killed. And also, we have the proof of all the, imported monsters that is illegal. So, good job busting them. That's gonna raise you through the ranks quick.
I'm sorry, that was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying, and she like looks at the journal and she says, "I recognize these names. We were never able to solve these cases." You're saying the Duke, and then she finally looks over and then sees the Duke's body like slumbering on the cobblestone, like rolling slightly, and she says, "This." Okay, thank you.
You
I
have
will-
all the proof you need at the manor. I suggest making sure that it gets done relatively quickly because there are still live animals in the premises. There is eyewitness accounts for Aramis and Valere, although they were in disguises, so maybe that's not the best. But yeah, it's a bit rough for us. And they also stole a magical item, I believe, from this man. So if you can figure out what that magical gem was, that would be great.
You are throwing quite a lot of things at me
Yeah,
simultaneously.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to do what I can with this evidence. But Duke Kalen is a cousin of the Storm King, and I do not know exactly what will happen to him from a legal standpoint.
Legally,
I
he
mean-
should be super bad, right? I mean, come on. Literal
Right.
proof of murder, many murder,
But
and then
in
the whole
Palestrom, the law is equivalent to the Storm King's will. If the Storm King sees to it that he's punished, he will be punished. But if he sees to it that he is reinstated as Duke, then that is what will happen.
He
But
was
I'll
already
try.
he was in bad favor with the Storm King. Sent someone there to rough him up at the very least.
Really?
Yeah. Dirk Stormhammer, if you've heard that.
As you guys have this conversation,
Dirk opens the door.
as you guys are over there, you guys so I would say you guys will have to just like take the long walk over like down the path. In the distance you hear, "Where did you go? God damn it!" Just still like you hear like the crumbling of trees, like as he is like frantically just like raging about in the woods. And you guys just like mosey on by. That dude is lost somewhere.
We'll
Cool.
come back to this location a year from now, and he's still lost.
He's still there. He's grown a full beard. He's like, lost his sense of self. Um, you see, Sierra goes, "I will do what I can. We'll take him in. We'll take it from here. What would you do now?"
We need to recover for sure, but Aramis and Valair, we believe, are headed to the village of the wind, and whatever they're gonna do there, I assume it's not pretty.
That is a difficult place to gain access to. You would most likely need to have a wind cloak
Oh my goodness!
in your
Oh,
employer
what will we
following you.
do? Oh,
And they're very rare. It's like most people have never met
yeah,
one.
never.
It's just,
Oh, that's crazy. Actually, I might be there's someone on the crew that might know something about. Yeah, I think I'll be fine in that area. Don't worry about that.
you're being very mysterious. Are you
Oh,
always like this, or is this just like your weird
Well,
comedian persona?
Well, you know me, Suma, always mysterious, hiding things with my past. I'm not like that treasured Gallet. Open book.
Yeah, I got that vibe from you, Suma, honestly. You could stand to be more like Gallet. I'm just
I agree.
an open book, that one is. He's very simple.
I wouldn't say simple. Let's style it back. I mean, he's a very charming man.
Agree to disagree. And then you see she waves over some people, and like they come, like they carry the Duke out, and you see she's like flipping through the evidence and like shaking her head, and she looks back and she says, "Good luck."
You too.
And she's
But really, nothing for Gallet. Like no hint of mystery for that one. Nothing.
he's got a lot of gumption, just a lot of moxie.
Yeah. Likable, charming.
He's plucky.
You're using very specific words. Very.
Like, I just feel like plucky is the best word. You know what I mean?
Insight check. She's lying to me.
Go for it.
My confidence.
Dude, there is almost a 100% chance that she has the biggest crush on Gallet of all time. There's no way she isn't in love with Gallet.
All right, then. You say he is quite plucky. All right, have a good day. Also, would you like a horse? We procured it. I mean, it's from one of the people at the ball, but like we needed a horse.
Oh,
just hold on to it for
sure.
them. Lost and found for the horse.
I would say, okay, we'll take it in. Whatever.
All right. I tell him, hey, Stanley. Yeah, they're gonna take you, and you just walk through that door, and you'll be fine.
The horse neighs and says, "Indeed, master. I should be pleased to enter into this domicile under your command." And the horse goes in and does that. And you see Sierra like takes the horse in, and she's like, "You are looking at me weird, and I don't know why. It's weird.
Got a good
Suma, you
feeling.
seem very strange. You used to give me like married man energy, and now it feels like I don't know, but I'm glad this interaction is over.
Well, since I am Suma, I am actually currently seeing someone. I mean, have you heard of Aaron? Aaron Kalen.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not
Th-
actually married. No, everyone would think that. Every intelligent individual would think that I'm married, but it appears that I am not. Crazy,
Nice.
right?
Right, so it's complicated, is what I'm getting.
Yeah, it's complicated. Yeah.
Okay, understood. Anyway, I wanted to give you one last word of notice. Um, uh, I asked one of my acquaintances to look into your case for you. Um, she is heading over to um, Lucky as we speak. And if anybody is going to get to the bottom of a mystery, it'll be her. So if I ever have any updates from her for you, I shall do my best to keep you in contact. But she's a very difficult woman to get a hold of sometimes. So I'll give you updates when I can. But I
Duly
assure
noted.
you, Tracker is the best of the best.
Great lady, great lady. All right, have a good day.
Cool. So you can go ahead and take the force back to the ship. The crew welcomes you. The ship is there. It's an intact. The rest of you kind of meander in much later, having had to walk. Ruby, you see Suzanne as you guys are walking. She's like, pretty impressive. I saw your like little flips.
We're talking about is how my face planted, or
Oh, which time?
talking about. I don't think the first one was a face plant. I think the second one, yes, there was some face table action.
Right. Yeah. I'm really referring to both. I just want to say, I'm first of all, fucking hilarious. And then she says, but actually, in a weird way, it's kind of nice to see you do stupid shit like that because it reminds me that you're just, I guess, a normal person, which is a good thing, I think.
I wouldn't say normal. I mean, I do make mistakes. It's just you're usually unconscious by the time, battle rolls around, so you just don't witness them. But hey, I'm glad you stayed conscious for this whole battle.
You know what? The dragon did get me for a bit at the end, but like I feel like I was on death's door, and you know what I mean? And you made sure it stayed shut. So I guess we're kind of a good team.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Yeah, I mean, but like you wouldn't because that would be stupid. Anyway, and she keeps walking. You guys keep walking along. Eventually, um, you all come to the divergence in the pathway where you had gone to the altar. And Alok, as you pass by, make a perception check for me. A 13. On a 13, oh, that is the wrong one. Okay. On a 13, you catch the flicker of something red, orangey in the corner of your eye. You kind of turn around, you see a flicker of white, and as you finally realize that you've been looking up when you should be looking down, you look down and roughly almost precisely Suzanne's height is a halfling woman with red hair. She looks very frail, um, uh, but like her eyes are very lively. And as she steps along the path next to you on the grass, the leaves, the blades of grass are undisturbed. She walks side by side with you, and you see a little like crackle of like electricity like runs through her like ghostly form as she walks, and she looks at you and she says, He's taken care of now, isn't he?
He like just kind of looks a little, still surprised and bewildered by by this happening, but he'll respond. Uh, yeah, as well as he could have been, I suppose.
I loved him, you know. He was a different man back then. But I've met the souls of all the girls he took into that dungeon. I thought that our love would last past death, but I think in death I had seen what a monster he'd become, and I'm glad that you all seem to have done what you needed to do.
Is there anything you would like us to do, as well as take care of him? Anything you'd like us to take care of for yourself?
She looks down. She looks down the path, at the statue, and she says, "Someone has taken the Eye of the Storm, the last remaining one. I had been guarding it for a long time. At the command of my goddess. However, when the Duke, my husband, came to take it, I could not stop him, even though I desperately wanted to. I feared what seeing my apparition would do to him, if it would drive him even more mad than he already was. But wherever it is now, I can no longer sense its presence. And I fear those who might use it to wield its power."
What power does it hold?
There are those that say it has the power to destroy the world. There are those that say it has the power to save it. I don't know which of those purposes whoever has it might be seeking to use it for.
I think that was probably our next plan anyways. Or our next step was to get that back, or at least take care of the people who took it. Should we bring them back to the statue once we retrieve them?
I would ask her, and she points to Ruby. I can sense that Priscilla's spirit lives within her, and she might not know it now, but when the time comes, she will know what to do with that gem, the way that I did when I was alive.
Okay. And I'm sorry for everything that you've had to go through. I mean, I know it's not my fault, but I still feel bad that you had to go through this.
Worse things have happened to better people. I'll live. Or I suppose I won't, but you know. And she laughs to herself, and she says, take care of each other. And then slowly dissipates into the mist. By the way, all of you could hear that.
Yeah, no,
All you
I
could
was totally
hear
saying it
Alok
out loud.
Talking, having a one-sided conversation. So Suma, you definitely heard
just
that.
like,
I figured that is what was going on. Makes sense.
Locke's going crazy.
And like we'll just look back at him and also realize what he was just doing. Is like, oh, Yeah. Sorry, I bet that was kind of weird. I was talking to the Duke's wife. Whatever her name is, I don't
Ooh.
remember.
Sasha was her name.
Sasha.
Sasha, Malia.
Okay.
Yeah. She wants us to go after the eye, which I think we were gonna do anyways, but yeah, she told us to get it, and Ruby, you know what to do with them when we get them up here. Anyway. What it means.
I would know what to do with it.
I mean, that's what I was told. Good luck. I believe in you,
Sure, she
Ruby.
didn't say Suma.
Nope.
No,
You
he
got
knows.
this, Ruby. All you. All the pressure's on you.
Okay.
Cool. I want to say you guys make the long trek back down the windy streets of Palestrom. Gallant, you reach the ship first, and eventually everybody else piles in. It has been perhaps the longest day of your guys' lives so far. Who knows? They might have been longer ones, but at least in recent memory. You guys, is there things what you guys want to do once you get back on the ship?
I can't do anything until morning, specifically. Check in definitely on the ship. Make sure everyone's a-okay.
The ship is perfectly fine. Everyone seems to be the kind of like, have gone mostly to bed. You see Andros still like keeping watch above deck, and he like nods gravely to you as you enter. He says, "Captain, everyone else okay?"
Yeah, we made it out pretty well. Ran into Aramis and Valaire. They seem to be looking for certain eyes and headed to the village of the wind. We're gonna be tracking them very soon. If you want to be a part of that, just let me know.
Understood.
It won't be a jovial reunion, just letting you know.
I don't expect it to be. I'll have to think about it.
Okay.
You see he he starts pacing along the deck, wordlessly, seemingly in deep thought over the prospect of reuniting with Aramis and Valaire.
And I
Eventually,
also tell Rel that as well, because Rel is also our ticket in.
Rel sighs to himself and says, "It's not something that I would like to do, but I can feel the winds of fate tugging on me, informing me that this is what must happen next."
If we're able to get Valaire away from Aramis, we might be able to talk to her. She's looking for what we have. Other than that, I don't know what allegiance that she would have to that man.
I fear how she would react if she was informed of her brother's fate, but hopefully we were able to talk her out of anything rash. She is a wrathful one, Valaire. Always was.
It's good to know. But there will be no quarter given to Aramis. Not unless he's really good at convincing me that he should be.
I don't know much about that fellow, but he seems like the type who might be good at convincing people of things.
Yeah, but I also, I'm pretty wrathful in this moment. So
But you're also extremely stubborn, which I feel is a good quality for a captain to have.
It's a captain's quality.
He looks off into the distance and he says, "Sometimes the only way for a ship to weather a storm is to be too stubborn to go down."
Go right into the eye of the storm, some would say.
One way of looking at it. The rest of you eventually pile in, return to the ship, exhausted. You guys keep having to double back for Suma, who is not able to move as fast as the rest of you. But did so much work in that fight, though.
I'm fine with going that slow because I'm still walking stiff from the burns.
Absolutely.
I'm fine with going slower.
Hey, Pinkerton gets to do something.
Oh, you're right. Suma when you get back, you hear the pitter patter of footsteps, and you see Simon go up in front of you and then like bow very deeply. He's like, "Hey, I got everything you asked for."
Thank you so much. That is wonderful. Shall we start lessons tomorrow then?
Absolutely. Yeah. If that's all right with you. Are you okay?
I'm a little tired. We had quite a night, but
Did that
it's
boy
no
do something
matter.
to you?
No. I think I did something to him actually.
Oh,
Um,
savage.
I know. There is one more. There is one thing I'd like you to start practicing.
Oh, okay. What is it?
It's a very important magical exercise. I want you to do before every night before you go to sleep and every morning when you wake up. I need you to do breathing exercises. You are to inhale for 7 Mississippis, it's a counting unit, and exhale for 7 more Mississippis, and then repeat this 6 times for a total of 7.
Ah, yes. The fabled magical island of Mississippi. It is rumored to be the wellspring of all magical power. I understand this exercise.
I've heard that, yes. Anyway, it's just a simple thing you can do to get started. I'll check in with you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Ma'am, it's confusing sometimes when you're dressed up. I don't know which one you prefer. Uh, uh, yes, Sumo. And then you see he waddles off, and he's like, MISSIPAI. Like trying to remember how to say Mississippi. You see he toddles off. And remarkably, as you watch him leave, you realize that you come to like this understanding of the gravity of the situation where Simon appeared to you on foot and not popping out of a barrel, which I think is the most character growth anyone's had in the entire
Character
campaign so
development.
far. Cool. He goes back. The rest of you kind of like pile in. Is there anything else anybody wants to do on the ship before we close this night?
One more thing. You can go first.
Is Ophelia like good?
I can't get the thing out until tomorrow. I can only go in the ring once a day. I believe. I'll
But
check.
Ophelia's like in her.
Oh yeah,
Isn't
she's in my
Ophelia like
quarters.
outside?
When did you go in
Yeah.
the ring?
To
What?
put the aquarium
To
in.
put in the
transport it.
aquarium.
Oh.
She's been sort of in a coma this entire time, and this should help.
Like, has anything changed? Because like feels like eyed flash.
No, nothing. There doesn't seem to be any harmful. If anything, it's like when Ophelia kind of like detached that part of herself that it became feels. It's like it no longer has any impact on her. Like a separate entity now. Although they do have like a link. But that's a good question. Cool. Did I get everything? I think. Did you still have something?
Oh crud! I forgot. I'm sorry. I had 2 things. First one's really quick. Everyone's getting bandaged up from Tinkerton. I assume he's treating Alok's burns, and I'll just quickly like, hey Suma, while I was talking to Sierra, I believe, about all the Duke stuff, she wanted me to let you know that the tracker is headed to Locky.
Was it? Sorry. Was it about the field and clearing our names, or was it about the other thing?
She said it's something that you like. It sounded like the other thing. I did not pry. And finally, while they're also doing that, I assume we can get a short rest in.
Yeah, for sure.
While we're all here, just in case she has something important to say, I will take out 10 gold worth of gems and try to resummon Feels.
Feels like a little glob of water reshapes himself into Feels. He goes,
"You good?
It's
okay.
I'm okay.
You're fine.
I turned red for a bit.
You turned entirely red?
Yeah, like I could feel myself. I don't know. It was like weird. Um,
What
Let me
happened?
see if I can. I remember the guy that you told me to follow.
Yeah.
He took out this gem and it was covered in this weird red gunk.
Mhm.
And then the lady next to him used some kind of windy thing on it, I think to get the gunk off. And then like everything in the room went red and then like the thing like detached itself from the jewel and it like I don't know, there was like this big hurricane. I could barely like hold on. I was like trying to fly and like keep myself steady, but like it was really hard and I was trying to like, do what you asked me to, but it was really, really hard. And then when I finally like, was able like when the wind died down, it's like my blood was boiling. Like it was painful just to be in the same room as that weird red thingy in the middle of the ballroom.
Mm. And did you touch it?
No, I couldn't. I think that it hurt so much that eventually I just disappeared.
Okay. The
Before I left though, I remember the guy who told me to watch and the Duke guy, they were having a conversation.
mhm.
And um uh Aramis, right? Aramis was saying that there was something wrong with it and that what did the Duke do to it? And the Duke said that it was always like that. It had always been like that. And he, it was like that when he took it off. And Aramis called him a liar. And he told his friend next to him to try and get it off. And I think trying to get the red stuff off um, like caused whatever to happen to happen.
But they find in the when it was all going into chaos, were they in the middle of it? Were they affected? Could you tell?
It was like everything around them got like blown away, but like the Duke and Aramis and his friend were in the middle and they were unharmed. And then Aramis got really, really mad and stabbed the Duke, saying that he didn't keep up his end of the bargain. And then they both
Well,
left.
neither did Aramis. God.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had
What
this
a
whole thing
dick.
about it. I remember Aramis was like, the Duke was like, "You never delivered me the frog," and then which I think is referring to me. And then
Yeah.
Aramis was like, "I promised you I would capture the frog. I never said anything about delivering it." Um, uh, so that feels like a technicality.
I feel like it feels deep inside that Aramis is straight up lying. Like I understand that can technically be a technicality, but oh man, the hubris of them not saying "bring it to me" also.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
it's like implied that you'd also receive it at the end, but
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
letter of the law was capture it for you. It's like it was
Honestly,
captured in your
honestly,
name.
if they did make that deal and it was worded that way, I mean, he was asking for it. The Duke was sort of asking for it.
Yeah, with a guy like Aramis, you gotta word your deals very carefully.
Yeah, whenever you make a wish, you know.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm happy you're back.
I'm happy to be back too, and I'm glad that I'm not red anymore.
Yeah, you're gonna feel a lot better soon. Just need to get a good rest in. All right, night, everyone.
Cool.
Now, head to my quarters.
As everybody goes to rest, is there anything else anyone would like to do before we close out? Yes, Alok.
Alok would probably get down into his swimwear, whatever that would be, and take a dip in the water, hoping that it's cool, and hope so. That was just a little thing I wanted to add. There's nothing else to come on.
Alok, roll a wisdom save for me.
Oh shit!
You realize there's sharks in this water.
Is there? Right next to ducks?
Yeah, some sharks can get closer to shore.
You know, something tells me there's no sharks. They can make a wisdom save. Where is it? There it is.
Cthulhu shark.
On a 14, you hear through the muffled sounds of the churning ocean and the wind whipping above you and the gurgling of your own breath in the water, the most beautiful sound in the world. it's like your mind goes blank and it fills only with this sound. Listening to this thing is more important than breathing. And then eventually you just snap out of it. It only lasts for like a second or two, but there's a part of you that feels for like the next hour after your swim subsides, you're like, I have to protect whatever that is. But it seems that its hold on you was not particularly strong enough to get you to do anything drastic. You simply like it fades, it washes off of you, diluted in some way. Later on, as you ascend first, you see the flap of a tail in the waves.
It was a shark.
Yeah, it was actually
Um,
singing Baby Shark, the song.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Oh no.
Cool. I want to say, Alok, dripping wet, you return back.
Oh, if I see a tail, I'm getting the hell out of there. I don't know what it is.
You get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
Shoot it!
You return to your bed. You lay down, and as you finally go to sleep, you feel kind of like several hands like pat your shoulder, as like a procession of like
Ooh.
halflings and like mixed like members of the Duke's personal guard kind of like nod towards you as their spirits are laid to rest by the capture of the Duke. Suma, you finally wash your makeup off, you take everything off, and for the first time you like view yourself as who you actually are instead of this weird other person you have been for like kind of like the past 2 days, but what feels like another like lifetime. And you look over like at the horizon where you know eventually the sun's going to rise again. You're reminded of who you are. Although as you scan past the horizon, you spot the spot in the city where you would be meeting Aaron in due time. I'm gonna think on. And Gallet, as you finally go to sleep, you see Ophi like bobs closer towards you, still kind of like knocked out, but like bumps her head against the glass, almost as if she knows that you've done something significant to help her. And as you are now just realizing that the ring around your finger has been tight ever since the ballroom and is now loosening up. Ruby, as you finally go to sleep, you settle in and you turn over in your mind like the words that like Alok told you are kind of like stick out as being weird. Like you're gonna know what to do with something that you've never seen before. But as you close your eyes, you feel Priscilla's presence, and you feel like lightning crackle through your veins, and you see a vision of yourself like high up above Ela, above everything, as a storm below it is churning and roiling. And as you like, there's a like in the dream, you raise up your hand as if to do something, and then you immediately wake back up and sweat, and eventually fall back asleep. Um, on those notes, on that chord, we're gonna end off tonight's session. Thank you all for a great session. Threw another fight at you. You guys handled it very, very well. And that is pretty much, you know, the main thrust of the ballroom arc has concluded. We will see a bits and pieces of the aftermath of that, like next time. But we do have an off week next week. So you know, if anyone has a one shot ready or whatever, like
I do.
I'm down.
If you
I'm
guys
there.
wanna do it next week, I'm super game for that.
Yeah, as am I.
Forgot about it, but I'm totally excited about it now that I remember.
Super
it.
down. I need to know what everyone's classes are, though, so I can choose based off that. I want to know what you guys are
Oh
playing.
right, I think I'm a paladin. I'm a frog paladin. I think.
I think I'm a cat barbarian.
Okay.
Beautiful. So